Hey, this is the new game we want to start playing.
Yeah.
Hopefully it works, but we can't explain the game yet. We just want someone to call up if you think you're an expert in a very specific field.
Example, the movie Titanic.
Yeah.
That was such a good example. The next two ones I thought in my head were hair colours. No, don't say hair colours.
It could be hairdressing.
Derwent colours. What about, remember those pencils that were popular?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be just a hobby. It could be your actual
I'm trying to think
field
of very
as well.
specific stuff.
Yes.
So
something very specific that you are
types
into.
of knife.
Yes.
That you might find in a kitchen.
131060. Call up now if you know a lot about a certain field.
Yeah.
And then you'll be put against Hamish and I in this next game.
It'll make sense soon.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
Do you want to play the opener first, Ham? Or I reckon maybe describe the game.
No, I think we should describe the game.
Yeah.
The game is called Song to Cram.
Yeah.
And it sees Ando and I harnessing the ability to cram on a topic, an ability we haven't really used effectively since high school.
We're very good at it at university as well.
Well, we used it at uni. I wouldn't say effectively. Certainly not me. We gave it a go. We favoured leaving things to the last minute and then trying as hard as we could, often in the car park where the exam was.
We had a move at our exams at university where we'd skip reading time.
Yep. You get 15 minutes to read the exam often at the start of the exam.
Because you couldn't use pen. And sit in our cars and cram and then walk straight in so you could have your pen straight away, fresh your head, write everything out that you could remember.
Purge.
And then start the exam.
And see if you
and
can get
passed.
a degree. You actually got a degree that way. So it's a shining stamp of approval for higher education. Do we still have the skill? So here's what we want. People have called up with specialist topics. We're going to pick one randomly here. I believe we have a young lady named Beck. How are you, Beck?
Hey boys, how you going?
Really good. Beck, don't tell us the topic yet, but is this topic something that you have known about or been interested in for a very long time?
Yeah, so I've been interested since I was quite young, but for no real reason, just one of those strange things.
So how this game's going to work, everyone, Beck is going to tell us her topic in a second. Haim, you and I will get one song to cram, to look up as much information as possible about that topic, and then on the other side of the song...
Computers down.
Beck will ask us a question. Have we crammed it well enough to answer it? It's all part of the new game, which is this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Song to cram had a job. What? Damn thing went wrong. Song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Don't worry about the job. Song to cram.
We can cut that down. The most important bit there is we're saying song to cram.
Yeah. Beck, what is the topic of your expertise?
Okay, my expert topic is President John F. Kennedy.
Oh, good one.
And you have sort of quizzed me about him before in the duping game.
Oh, no duping this time, Beck. Only
no
factual answers.
Duping.
Okay. All right, JFK. Well,
yes, JFK.
Is there a way, Jack, we can now put Beck on hold so she can't hear us? Because I just want to talk a bit of strategy with you and I.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she can't hear us. She's muted.
So, we've got one song to cram about John F. Kennedy.
Yep.
Then she's going to ask us a question.
Is it me versus you?
No, we're both together.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Are we both together?
Yeah.
I've misunderstood the game.
Yeah. So, if she asks us one question and between the two of us, we get it right, victory for Hamish and Andy versus the people.
Right. Oh, okay. So why don't I take...
As I'm saying, do you want to take...
personal life?
Yeah, and I'll go with, politics stuff. Great. Beck, and she can bring it back. Beck... We have our strategy, and Beck, we are about to go to the song. You've just got to think of a question, Beck, okay?
Okay.
Oh,
right.
do you want to give us 3 questions?
No. No, don't tell it now.
Don't tell us now, but after the song, do you want to give us 3 questions? Because what if it's going to be nice to get one right if we miss out on one?
Okay, it wasn't sure, but that wasn't what the game was. But,
right,
but we can.
But it's like a university exam, a 3-question exam.
Okay, it's after this.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
We are playing this game.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
One song to cram. Haim, you and I were very, very good at cramming for essays, assignments, and exams back in the day.
That wasn't the longest song, though, was it?
Pardon?
Well, I just feel like, we've had a song to cram there.
Yeah.
Beck, before the song, gave us our specialist topic today, John F. Kennedy. I feel like I've just closed the lid of my computer, not 100% knowing everything there is to know about John F. Kennedy.
Well, we divided it up into 2 sections. Not going to say what they are in case Beck tries to skittle one of us individually. But
Very
Beck
good.
has had to think of 3 questions about her chosen subject, John F. Kennedy. And, Beck, if we get 2 of the 3 questions right,
We'll take that as a win, Beck.
we are cramming champions.
Are you ready to go, Beck?
Crampions.
I am ready, yep.
Okay.
First question. JFK won a Pulitzer Prize for a book that he wrote before he was president. What's the name of the book?
Before he was president.
But he was still in politics at that stage?
No.
Yes. I said I'd cover off political. You were doing personal life, Ham.
Yes.
What was the book called, Ham?
The book he wrote before he was president.
Yes. And before politics.
Yes. It was...
Well, the one he won an award for, he wrote more than one book.
Yeah, that's right. So the Pulitzer, it was JFAOK, Feeling Good, by John F. Kennedy.
Oh, my God, how did you guess that?
Beck, what was it?
It was Profiles in Courage.
Boring.
That's what I thought.
No, that is actually probably a really good book.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it has to be. It won the Pulitzer.
Well, it did win an award.
Yeah, it won the Pulitzer.
Pulitzer Prize.
I'm going to read that this weekend. I'm all over
Remind
this.
me.
Yeah.
I'm swerving all over the road here, Endo.
Okay.
I'm heckling.
Okay.
I'm overcorrecting.
Okay, we're 1 down. One more question. We've got to get the last 2 in a row, Ham, to win this.
Okay. Second question. In World War II, again, before he was president, he was captain of a boat that was shot down in World War II. What was the name of the boat?
A boat that was shot down or sunk.
Sunk.
Sunk,
Shot.
yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I know he had scarlet fever as a child. And of course, his mother, Rose Kennedy, would have been worried sick about him
When that boat went
when that boat got shot down. Just
Yeah.
wondering.
And the boat would have been shot
would
down
have-
before he was president.
I wonder if that's when his dad
Beating
Joseph,
Nixon.
when his dad Joseph was still appointed to England as their ambassador.
Boys.
I'm just talking it through, Beck. Sorry if I'm showing off all the knowledge I have of JFK.
What's the name of that boat?
That boat. Because I wonder if it would have been pre-1961 when he made the famous speech about going to the moon. Not because it is easy, but because it is hard.
I feel like I flicked past something.
You're up.
I think I was about to say nasal, but that must have been nasal. That must have been naval.
It wasn't as nasal, was it?
No,
the giant
I think-
floating nose.
What did you guys cram?
Phoenix.
Phoenix, the USS Phoenix.
Incorrect.
Check it again.
What was it?
It was PT 109.
That's not close. It starts with a P. Phoenix does start with a P.
That is
does.
not a well-named boat. That's not catchy, and that.
They made a movie about it.
Did
Beck,
they?
thank you, Beck.
Beck,
You
give us your
win.
luck. Can we have the last one?
No.
Just for redemption.
The last question's a bit easier, I think.
Well, give us one.
No.
Birth date. What's his birth date?
It's yours, personal
no.
life.
May 29, 1917.
Yes.
Did you write that down? I saw you check a piece of paper.
We're going to go to a song, Beck? Thank you.
No, we're not going to a song.
I wrote 2 facts down. Suppose Kennedy and his birthday.
You're not allowed to write anything.
Yeah, you can cram. You can write down a cram.
Can we? No, we may as well print it out.
I suppose it's a bit of a line ball, but we'll give us the win. Thanks, Beck.
Time to do this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Hamish and I thought we were very good at university at
We were.
not attending,
We were very good at that.
but also being able to cram just before exams to be able to get through. That's where this segment kind of comes from.
Loved the pressure.
Yes. And we've proved that we can do it so far, and we've proved that we can't do it so far, because there's been 2 attempts at this, and we are 1-1.
We failed on JFK, Ando. We passed on Real Madrid.
Yes.
The irony, I suppose, or the sad news for us being JFK more likely to be tested at university than facts about Real Madrid.
A sporting team. Justin joins today. What's your area of expertise, Justin?
African elephants.
African elephants,
elephants.
good, because I hate the Indian variety and I refuse to learn facts about them.
Okay, Justin.
What is the main... no, actually,
Don't ask any
could
questions.
be one of the questions. What's the main difference between the African and the Indian?
If we put Justin on hold for a second, this is where, Haim, you and I normally discuss what area we want
We'd like to
go.
try and divide it into 2 obvious but equal separate areas. I mean, we can't do front end, back end. It can't be like, I'll do trunk, you do ears. We could, I suppose, do...
Why don't we do body stats, like about it, and then environmental stats, like how many there are, etc. So and where they reside, etc. So
based on the elephant or based on things around the elephant?
what do you reckon?
What, in the elephant, internal and external?
I suppose. What do you want?
I'll take internal.
Okay, we
I
can bring
don't know
Justin.
why, because that actually seems like a much bigger category.
Bring Justin back now. Okay, Justin, we've divided up the topic. Your job now, as you're the expert, is to think of 3 questions. We've got a song to cram. Hopefully it's a long one. And then you fire those questions, see if we've got the answers for you after this. All right, bud?
Can do.
Good luck, everybody.
He's confident.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
Pants Off Friday, Hamish Andy driving you home. You and I, Ham, have to close our laptops now. Ham?
Yes. Do you mean me?
Yes. Cackling Jack, you're the referee because we're playing the...
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
This is where someone rings up with their own chosen field. Justin's done that. African elephants you chose. You're an expert, Justin?
Ahoy, boys, I am.
How come?
I
Oh, sorry, Juz, come back to us. Sorry, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Sorry,
sorry,
mate,
mate.
we lost you for a second, and not one of those ones where you can jump to the next caller because the chances of them being an expert in African elephants is low. Sorry, mate.
So,
Well,
Justin,
how come you're an expert?
I grew up in South Africa.
Fantastic. Okay. Now, Andy and I have both spent that song cramming, learning as much as we can about the African elephant.
You have
the
got,
genus.
You've got
African
your 3
elephant.
questions. You've told our producer so you can't change them on us. Unleash question 1, Justin.
What is the average weight of an African elephant, boys?
That's internal. Yes, sorry,
Average
Justin.
weight.
Very happy because Hamish
Sure.
is in charge of internal-based stuff, and I'm external, environmental stuff.
Well, you're not asking for the maximum ever recorded weight, which was just over 10 tons, I believe, Justin, are you?
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Nope.
Interesting fact, though. Are we how old of just the average adult, male, female?
I think the average.
Let's go average male.
Okay.
Average male, you're going to find, is about just shy of 8 ton.
Justin?
I think you might be pretty close there, Ham.
You take that, won't you? You take that. I mean, the biggest ever recorded was a 10-tonner.
Well
And
done,
so you
Justin.
just
What
gotta-
is the answer?
The actual answer is 6.5 ton.
Ooh,
Oh,
maybe we
just
can't
shy. Just shy.
No, and I can't. I'm going to take back that high 5. Can you?
You're on my team.
I know, but come on.
Just shy. That's what. It's about how you answer.
The whole ton off.
But that's what I was
You
great
would-
at uni.
yeah.
Just shy. Didn't say over.
We're 1 down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gee, that's
In the
disappointing.
spirit of the game.
That
but,
is disappointing. So I didn't know if you meant
Justin, terrible adjudicator. Like, Eddie Maguire doesn't go, oh, wow, that's great.
I'll give you that.
But by the way, you're off.
I'll give you that. But in all seriousness, no. Julius Caesar was never a Prime Minister of Australia, so I can't actually give you that.
Okay. Next question, please, Justin.
All right. Okay. What is the length of an African elephant's tusk?
Yes, it's in the body.
It's internal. Now,
But
tusk.
in feet, boys.
In what, sorry?
In feet.
Now, we're
feet.
going for another average length, are we here?
Average length. That's just the average length. It's pretty good across the board for adult elephants.
Yeah, I mean, it's very susceptible. And are we talking the African bush elephant or the forest elephant? Because everyone knows there are 2 subspecies.
We're just talking African elephants in
Ooh.
general, Hamish.
Interesting, because
Okay.
I do know that the
The
bush elephant is bigger.
That's that's the rainforest elephant is smaller.
Yeah, bush elephant's bigger.
No, that's the bush one. Savannah elephant's the bigger one.
Andy, there are 2 types of African elephant.
I know.
Bush and forest.
Bush
Shut
and
up.
forest. Aren't bush and forest the same thing?
No, they're different, mate. Look at Wikipedia. But you can't because your computer's down, and if you'll excuse me, I'm answering Justin. Now,
Okay.
Justin, you want to know... The question you asked was the average length of tusk, not how many teeth does it have, which is 4. 4 molars weighing on average 5 kilograms each.
No.
The question you must ask yourself is, would a tusk be more than a molar? I say yes.
Okay.
And I say it would be longer too. The average length of an elephant's tusk, African elephant,
In feet,
3.8 feet.
Justin.
I'm sorry, Ham, that is incorrect.
What is it, Justin?
It is 6.5 feet.
Yeah, we're not even close there.
Very long tusk.
That's a
Sure, you don't
long
think you've a
tusk.
mammoth?
Justin, give us the last question
I
just
suppose you have
quickly
3
because we might be obviously all out here. With
Go
the
for
big
an
loss.
external one if you could. Thanks,
The
Justin.
last question, how much water can an African elephant drink at one time?
as much as he wants, mate. He's an elephant.
litres.
He does whatever he
internal
wants.
as well. I mean,
He does whatever he wants.
are you talking about the scientific name for elephants, the Loxodonta africana, or
Of the genus Elephantante. However,
we don't know.
no,
Justin.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you this, Justin. Sorry, did you say? I thought you said Indian elephant, which of course only has one opposable lip at the end of its trunk, not the two an African
Okay,
has.
Justin wins. 2-1 to the
How
people.
much can it drink? Because I know it can eat 450 kilos of food. Just wish I'd read the drinking bit.
Justin, how much can he drink?
200 litres.
200 litres would have
I
been my
don't
guess. Time for this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Hey, someone's rung up with a specialty subject. That someone is Christy. Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Ahoy, Christy. This is it. This is a big moment for Ando and I. It's technically our last bit of thinking for the week.
Yes.
It's always just nice to know that we are only 6 minutes away from hanging up the brains and picking them back up Monday.
The way this game works, Christy, you have a specialist subject. You know everything about it. What is that subject?
Psychology, specifically the brain.
The brain.
Wow,
Whoa,
okay.
dropping a big bomb on us. That's the thing I was going to hang up.
Okay. So,
Now I've got it. Now it's
You're
got to be
really
used
activate
to
it.
analyse itself.
okay. And so, in the way this game works, you have going to formulate 3 questions about the brain because you know a lot about it. Hamish and I get one song to look up everything we can think of for that subject.
This is going to be the hardest one so far.
Absolutely.
Chrissy, do you have experience in the brain? Are you a
Yeah, I'm a
neurosurgeon?
psychology teacher.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. So that's what we're looking at, Hames. Let's go from that kind of area, right? Rather than what it's made up of and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Christy, just put you on hold for a second.
We've got to have a quick chat, Christy. We'll pop you in the soundproof can.
Yeah.
We're just putting you in a bit where you can't hear us.
This is
We usually divide it in halves.
Yeah.
This, and obviously we could do left hemisphere and right hemisphere
of the brain.
But
Yeah.
let's do. Someone do what's the brain got in it? What's the names of it? What's
Okay,
it made
yeah.
of?
Yep.
And what can it do?
Okay, what do you want?
It's going to be all Latin. What's it made of?
Yeah.
I'll do parts of the brain. I mean,
Okay,
it's gonna be-
you're doing parts.
I'll do parts of the brain.
So
I reckon we'll
what are
have
the parts?
Some,
And
what
I'll
are the
do what
parts,
does it do?
And you'll. But you know what? There's going to be what do the parts do? That's the hard. I mean, that's why everyone talks about brain surgery being such a difficult thing.
Well, you just remember the names, and then I'll get a vibe of what that.
We might have to join forces on this one. We might have to share info with each other. We're allowed to do that.
We can
aren't
let do that, but I just want to know how we're going to go about looking it up. Like we can't. It's wasted for us to look up the same things.
Yeah, I know. Well, you've got to go because if you're going, this part deals with memory, you're going to need to know the name anyway.
Damn it! All right, we can't keep doing this. We gotta... hey, Christy, we've nailed
Yeah?
it. We've got it. we know
Yeah,
exactly.
we're feeling
how we're gonna-
confident, Christy.
We're very confident.
One song to cram.
So try and think of some hard questions if you can, because we've got this down.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I will do.
Yeah,
Okay.
good one, Ando.
Yeah.
Glad you said that.
The Hamish and Andy Show.
We're playing this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Christy's rung up. She is a person on the People Show. She has a specialist subject. Her specialist subject is the brain. Our job. Ham, you've got to close your computer, mate.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, Chrissy just got in trouble from the examiner.
Christy, the way this game works is you tell us the subject, then we have one song to cram, learn everything we can. Now, I must say it's been our most panicked.
That was an absolute mess, Christy. The very thing that you asked us to study, the human brain, is the very thing that let us down there, I think, during that banger.
Well, the problem is, I think, Ham, is it was too complex. It was hard to know where to start.
It was.
And you and I yelled at each other
my
for-
prefrontal cortex was overloaded.
Don't stop. Don't.
I'm trying to get her on side.
No, you're not. She might change her question now.
Do you want?
Christy, anyway, sorry, now this is the kind of fighting that was happening. You're looking that up. What page are you on?
Yeah, well, I mean, my computer wasn't connected to the internet. Had a bit of a password issue, Christy.
Yeah.
I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying for the day we needed to be on, for the human brain, possibly the most complex subject in the known universe, I wasted about 45 seconds singing along to Live Your Life when I should have been studying. I might as well have looked at cat videos, which is a good example of how my particular version of what we're studying sometimes works.
Well, we actually did a cat study in psychology not the other day, so
right.
it's related.
Okay, Christy, let's not get on to cats.
Far away. Here we go. 3 questions. Anno and I mean, if we can pull this off, give us a bloody degree.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can learn the brain and live your life, Christy,
for it.
far away.
Okay, name the 4 lobes of the human brain.
All right. So there's frontal,
Frontal lobe.
Yep.
temporal.
Yep.
Prefrontal.
No, that's not one.
That's just before the frontal lobe.
No.
Oc-
Is it
yeah, something with an O.
Occipital,
Yep. Occipital.
and it's temporal. So we've got temporal, occipital,
Frontal.
frontal.
Back.
You need one more.
Back lobe.
No.
Well, if you've got a frontal lobe, what's up the back? Rear lobe. Rear lobe, like an earlobe.
I think it's no. I think it starts with.
Sorry, mate. My synapses are absolutely jammed up at the moment.
think
It's
it
not the
starts-
spinal
No.
cord.
I think it starts. I think it starts with P. Are you anywhere near this? You trying to get
Peripheral.
No. it's not that.
Perihelial.
No.
Christy, what is it?
The auditory lobe.
Damn it!
Auditory lobe. Use your auditory lobes and listen to the
Gee, we
question.
got close though.
We did good.
We did. All right, one down. Go for it, Christy.
Okay, what is the cerebellum responsible for?
Now, we know the frontal lobe does a lot of the higher order functions.
That's true, and there's 86 billion different nerves in there. So,
there?
Yeah. So
And
they'd be working when we get this.
and we know it's not synapses. That's, of course, where axioms meet.
What's the question again?
What does the cerebellum
What
do?
is the cerebellum responsible for?
Logic and reasoning. And
No.
memory. A little bit of memory.
What is it, Christy?
It's balance.
Oh, that's
I
logic
thought-
and reasoning.
I thought that was too obvious because cerebellum. I'm like, I'm going to look silly. We go balance
Oh,
here.
yeah. If your name's Sarah, it balances.
Christy, we're out. We've
Winner
lost.
takes all for the last question.
No, not winner takes all.
Come
Just
on,
see if we've
give
got
us one. Give us
okay,
one for
go
honour,
go
for
one
honour.
more question, Christy.
The bloody.
It was what area of the brain is responsible for speech?
Occipital.
That's the sight.
That's for sight. Goose. That wasn't the team's
Sorry,
answer.
temporal.
No.
No.
That's language.
It's the,
Yeah, it's closely connected.
So
It was a specific area, Wernicke's area.
Yeah. And
Yes.
isn't the real answer, Christy, we don't really know?
Well, yeah.
Oh. Got one!
Christy.
Oh, no, you don't really know.
Oh. Still got one. I think you'll find a lot of what
Christy
you're saying
knew.
will be overturned by future scientists.
Christy knew. Time for.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
All right, Ham. Last week was looking disaster, but the way this game works
Oh, it wasn't a
is,
disaster. I think we lost 1-2, didn't we?
yeah, we kind of gave ourselves one. I think.
We did give ourselves one. We
Yeah.
actually yelled at the person on the phone, that's right, we're right. And she went, okay, what's your show? I'm not going to argue too much because you can hang up on me.
The way this works is we ask people out there, as we just did before, if you've got a specialty subject, are you the best or the master
Yep.
at a certain subject? Because, Haim, you and I at uni, we were master at none, but we were very good at cramming.
Very good at
And we
cramming.
figured that Elise, who's about to chat to us, whatever subject she tells us about,
It's our job in one song to cram. See if we can become a master in about 3 minutes. Elise, ahoy, how are you?
Oh, hi, I'm good, thanks.
good to hear. Now, Elise, what is your specialty subject?
Saxophones.
Saxophones. Okay. You got your big ones, your small ones.
yeah.
Shiny. Or maybe you haven't polished it for a while. A little bit matte.
Hey, okay, Elise. All types of saxophones we're talking about, not a specific one?
All of them.
Okay, great.
All of them. And do you play sax, Elise?
Yeah.
I hope so.
No, I've always wanted to, though. Never had the courage to make the jump. I thought I'd learn everything I could first. and then
Okay,
have
let's
a
put
honk.
Elise on hold. Ham, saxophones. I feel confident with this.
This is right up here. I shouldn't really be asked to answer any of these questions because it's just a long trumpet with a bend in it,
Do you?
isn't it?
No, it's not. That's a worry. But how do we want to break up looking this up?
Well, you got your alto saxophone, you got your tenor sax,
Okay.
your soprano,
So do you want to go
your
with
bass.
Okay, do you want to go those? The high ones. I go the low ones.
Which one's the high ones? Which one's the low ones?
Well, alto sax is higher than a tenor sax and a bass.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, here we go. Showing off already.
Okay.
Why don't I go the tip of the sax and the end of the sax? So I'll go the mouthpiece and the opening at the end.
Okay. Why don't you go? Just how many keys they have? Like just stats.
Sounds hard.
Okay. Well, do you want me to do that? Do you want me to do like what the
Okay,
sax?
hang
is-
on. All right. I'll
thought-
take. Why don't we just go? I'll take alto sax. That's the one you said before,
Yeah.
and you take all the others.
Yeah, but do it like when. Like, why don't you go sax history and I'll go
sax history.
I'll go the mechanics of the saxophone.
Why don't we just go as hard as we can on whatever we see, and then
don't like
run it,
this.
and then just
No,
call it
'cause
out there?
no.
Well, I don't think there's any clear way to split it up.
Well, the mechanics of the sax, like the keys, what it's made of, all that stuff.
Yeah, but what if they go, in what year was the D key invented? Oh, hang on, is that history or mechanics? See,
Oh, jeez.
it's too confusing.
Doesn't want to be a team player. All
No, I
right.
just think we both go superstar players on this.
This is okay. No, right.
We're gonna read the same stuff.
Elise.
We've had a good chat. We know,
Elise-
Elise, we've had a good talk. We know exactly what we're doing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, so you try and think of you get your questions, and we'll we got one song here to cram as hard as we can.
Yep.
And we should be looking pretty good after this.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, speak to you after
We'll
this.
see.
Bye.
Bye.
Just learnt saxophone,
Hamish-
saxophone, not saxophone.
Yes, it's Hamish Andy driving you home.
Typing it into Wikipedia.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
Closing laptops, Ham. Closing laptops.
You bet.
He's not.
You want to do it now?
Pardon?
Do it now, you say.
Yeah, do it now.
Doing it now.
And then your notes that you've written on your...
Yep. Turning the notes over. Turning the notes over. Won't need them for this examination, Andy, because I feel very confident that in that song we successfully crammed everything there is to know about the saxophone and all
And the saxophone family.
10 members of the saxophone family.
We're playing this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Elise joins us. Elise, you have the specialty subject, which is saxophones. We've had that one song to cram as much information as possible about it. You've come up with 3 questions.
Yeah, I've come up with the 3, yeah.
No
All right.
worries. Quite a very big subject once you start digging into it.
Yeah, you know.
Question 1,
The
then,
old,
Elise.
the old brass instrument, the saxophone.
Brass, huh?
Yeah, usually.
Go for it.
I learnt. I didn't think that would be one. No.
Okay, so at every single gig that I play at, I have to play this song, which is called Baker Street.
Yep.
And I was wondering who recorded the saxophone solo in Baker Street.
Charlie Parker.
No. Hang on. It's I know this. I've got Baker Street. You know the song Baker Street, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Elise, can you give us the first letter of the
No.
Nah, who was it?
Raphael Ravenscoff.
Oh, I
That
didn't
is
know
not. When
That
you
was a
started
waste of
saying
time.
Raphael Ravenscoff, what his name was,
Certainly didn't expect Ravenscott to be in there.
Hamish's face.
We certainly know it wasn't the Frenchman M. Hugenval, who in the 1950s added a semitone or a Dianetic scale to the
It's not him.
saxophone, which was short-lived. Short-lived. That system was abandoned.
I hope that wasn't
I just
question
love
2.
Charlie Parker. I was like, what?
Yeah, we love Charlie Parker in here too.
He's the only famous saxophone player I know.
Well done, Ando. Partial point.
Oh,
Okay, Elise, no, make it a really hard one this time. Make it a real tricky one. 'Cause
okay.
we're ready.
Okay. Name 2 saxophone brands starting with Y.
Yamaha.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Yanni's house. Yanni's house of bargain brass.
That's actually really close. Like, I think I might play that one.
What? I'll take it. You can't play Yanni's house of bargain brass.
What is the second one called,
That's so
Elise?
close, though.
What was the second one you were thinking of?
Yanagasawa.
Youngie's house.
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
We'll take that.
We'll take that. Jack's booing. Jack,
Hey, Elise is
Cackling
the,
Jack
Elise is
is
the
booing.
judge.
That was good.
It's
That was
1
good.
all. It's 1 all.
Thanks, Elise.
Yanni Salsa was what you were saying.
I was trying to.
Yeah.
No, thanks for detecting that I was trying to answer seriously there, Elise.
Okay, Elise.
Here we go. Question 3 for the win.
Yeah. What is the lowest note that an alto saxophone can play?
E flat.
No, it's in E flat, so it doesn't necessarily mean it's the lowest note it can
Oh,
play.
sorry, Elise. Mike. I'm going to let Andy answer this one.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Well, we all know it has between 20 and 23 holes on your average saxophone,
We do all.
which is
Yep.
good. It's a good amount of holes, plus 2
Lowest
tone
note.
holes.
I mean,
I thought it could be an E. What's the little B sign? That's a flat, right?
Yeah, well, it
E
could
flat
be that.
3, third E flat.
it could.
That's. I remember. I read something like this on Wikipedia minutes ago.
What do you think it is, Andy?
Remember, penitent man.
Penitent man. That's
Only
what
the
I'm
penitent
feeling.
man shall pass.
I'm going to say...
I must
Yeah.
remind you, you're on air, sir.
We've run out of drone.
Whilst it is fun to think Australia waits for your answer,
You need another song.
can't be that exciting because it's just going to be a letter and
I'm
a sharp
going
or
G.
a flat.
G sharp.
He's going G sharp, Elise.
D sharp. It's B flat. Sorry.
You're right.
Did you say B flat?
I said B flat, not
Oh,
B
you were
flat.
right.
Ah, but I was closer.
Yeah.
Every good boy
Yeah,
deserves fruit. Yes.
It's in the key of E flat though, the alto sax.
Yes, so
partial
we'll,
point.
And I almost asked that question, but
you made it
Thank
harder
you,
for us.
sir.
We would have got it that way.
Oh.
Anyway, I don't think we deserved it. Thanks, Elise.
But
Shady, drive you home.
one thing I did learn was that saxophones have universal fingering. Like all the fingers are the same across all the pipes.
Who cares, mate? We lost.
Oh, see, from the guy that made us wait 10 minutes, we thought of a letter.
Haim, about to play this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
This game involves you and I going back to our university days where we were excellent at cramming. Didn't go to class very often, but we could...
No need.
Boy could be crammed before an exam, get through them, get the P's. P for pass, P's mean degrees. Hey, Tilly had to call up, and this is part of Song to Cram. She's going to give us a specialist subject. And
It's the only real skill I feel we have in life. Cramming, then lying about knowing something.
Yes.
It's a more formalised version of what my father does on a daily basis.
Yes.
He did all his cramming in the early years of his life, and he's now spent the rest of his life pretending he knows everything.
Tilly, how are you? Ahoy.
ahoy, boys. How are you?
Ahoy,
well.
Till. We're good. We're also excited because we're about to get our subject. What's your specialist topic?
My specialist subject is Girl Guides Australia.
Girl Guides Australia.
Okay.
And I believe one of you sneaky boys was a scout a very long time
Andy
ago.
was a Queen Wolf Scout,
No, I wasn't.
the highest rank.
And I don't want people to think that I was a Queen Scout either, Ham, because that is actually a thing that's the highest honor you can get.
I knew something. I knew there was something in there. No, Andy reached the level of Gandalf.
Tilly, I was a cub, then a scout, then a venturer.
Were you
and
a
then
venturer?
Yep, then I called it quits.
What's
But,
after that?
Rovers, mate.
What's after Rovers?
You just become a leader.
Snipers.
You can be a leader, you can be a uniform support member, or you can be a non-uniform support member.
Undercover.
Yeah,
Hey, don't.
undercover sounds about right.
Yeah, undercover
okay.
support member. Don't tell anyone. Here's
Girl
some
Guides
cookies.
Australia, let's put Tilly on a hold.
Okay, Ando, I see a possible positive and a possible negative here.
This is tough.
The possible positive is there could be some crossover with the Scouts world, which you're an expert at. The possible negative
I'm not
is
an expert.
you might think you know something, and your arrogance may blind you.
I think we do have a problem here because, yes, I think there'll be moments where it'll sound similar to something in the scouting world.
And
I'll
you'll
go,
take
that
a
rings
punt.
bell.
And you'll go for
So-
the answer on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire they put in there to
No,
trick
just
you.
temper that for me. You just control me.
No, well, I'll hold you back.
Okay. How do we want to divvy it up?
Look, there's going to be a lot of dates.
How
There's
about-
going to be
how-
a lot of organisational stuff.
How about history? Do you want to take that or do you want me to go? Why don't you go history and I'll go ranking, hierarchy?
No, but that's the thing that's where you might get confused with Scouts. I don't know anything about any of this. Give me roles and responsibilities.
You sure? Because if they are similar, then it's going to help me.
This is the tough bit.
All right.
All right, I'll take history. You take roles and responsibilities. Let's back our strengths.
Yep.
Good boy.
Tilly, we've worked out who's going to take what parts of all of Girl Guides of Australia.
Okay.
Tilly, can I ask one question? Do the Girl Guides of Australia sell cookies?
We sell biscuits. We're not American boys.
Yes. So you didn't
We
have
do
to
sell
say
biscuits.
American boy because that was a stupid question from Hamish Blake.
We can have cookies in
It's
Australia.
Hamish,
What's
not
Subway
fair.
selling? Subway's not giving you biscuits.
Yeah, Subway comes from America, mate.
But they're in Australia, so they're one of us.
Anyway, Tilly, you've got to think of 3 questions. We've got one song. How long is the song, Jacko?
3:16 on Liam Payne's. Strip that down.
Yeah, go
Right.
next.
Any soft intro, hard intro?
It started 8 seconds here.
Damn it.
Jeez,
Okay,
okay.
good luck, Ham.
Okay.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
Ham, I do this each week, mate. Can you please close your computer?
Me?
Yes.
Shut it right down?
Yes, shut it.
Would you like it closed all the way?
Yes, please. Just shut her right down because we're in the middle of this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Sorry, my mistake. I wasn't sure who you're talking to.
Haim, this is where we get a subject given to us by one of the people show, they've now spent the last song thinking of 3 questions on that subject. You and I have spent the last song Googling or trying to search or cram for as much information as possible, and hopefully we get the questions right. 2 out of 3 questions, we get the pass, and we win.
It's
Tilly,
tough one today. Tilly, your specialist subject you've given us is the Girl Guides Australia movement
Yes, that is correct.
organisation.
Yep.
Well, Tilly, I don't want to say any. I mean, I feel I only have about 3 facts in my head about today's topic, so I don't want to say anything in case that's one of the facts I need.
I'm feeling similar. So
Don't worry, boys. I'll be nice. So the first question is, who is the founder of Girl Guides Australia and Girl Guides International?
I got this, Ando.
Good man.
Well, we all know, of course, James Baden-Powell started the scouting movement in about 1910, but as early as 1909, there were young girls. That was the scouting movement for boys only back then. Crazy times. You must remember it was a different world.
Yes.
There were girls, though, that were showing an interest in scouting. So Olav Baden-Powell, she came aboard and she said, I can help this out. And by 1920, you had girl guiding in 6 states, but by 1926, you had the national organisation.
Very, very close.
What?
Very close. The last name is correct.
Olav Baden-Powell.
Olav was the world chief guide, but the first Baden-Powell to assist with Girl Guides was Agnes, Lord BP's sister.
I think you'll find
Really?
it was
Because I
Olav.
thought it was Olav as well.
Challenge.
So Olav became world chief guide, but
Yep.
Agnes was the one to first look after the girls.
Yeah, but really Olav did a lot of the heavy
We're going
lifting.
to go back to that one, are we?
Half a mark.
Okay, well,
No, the Girl Guides does teach us to be strict with rules.
a guide is
You would know,
obedient.
Hamish.
A guide must not show lenience. I don't know if that's a rule. I think I'm thinking of a samurai.
All right, Tilly, we'll let's see if we need the half.
Okay.
And I burnt all my facts on that
I
answer.
think you did. Tilly, what was question 2?
Okay. So where was the National Jamboree in 2015 held, and what was its name?
Right. Well, we all know the Girl Guides headquarters in Queensland's in Fortitude Valley.
Yes, we do
Wonder
know
if
that.
it was there.
It wasn't, though, Ham. It
Don't know
wasn't.
if it was
so the
there.
correct answer is it wasn't in Fortitude Valley. No.
You don't have any idea?
I have no idea.
Okay,
So let's just say it was in Victoria,
Yep. MCG.
and it
The
wasn't.
name of the jamboree was Jim Jamboree for you and me.
Tilly.
Unfortunately, boys, no. It was in Queensland.
All
It was
right.
in southeast Queensland, and it was called the Great Bunya Gathering, or GBG.
What did we say?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, Tilly.
okay.
Where we?
We may need the half point
need the
as
half.
we now come into the final question of girl guiding.
Okay. Well, since you brought up biscuits before, I thought I might help. What is the new biscuit in the biscuit range currently being sold by guides all over Australia?
I didn't get to the biscuit section either. I've been useless on this one.
I don't know if New Biscuit comes under history. This is certainly Tilly.
The new
Well,
biscuit.
we all know that the Girl Guides have many delicious biscuits available
Yes.
for sale. And
Yes.
when you buy a biscuit, you're not just buying a delicious treat to have with a cup of tea. You're
And when-
buying an investment in a young girl's future.
And when
Correct.
they are selling the business, they do an oath and they promise to do their best. The biscuit,
The biscuit you mention and the biscuit you require
the biscuit
is the Tiny Teddy. Is Tiny Teddy
no,
the new
it's
biscuit?
it's a cranberry and coconut biscuit.
Jesus.
Unfortunately, boys, there are 2 new biscuits in the range. One is brand new and one was new last year.
Yep.
We have the mini chocolate chip,
How's
and
that
we
new?
also have the gluten-free
I
shortbread.
knew gluten-free.
Free.
Should have been gluten-free. Knew it'd be a fat biscuit. That or a
Tilly-
chia biscuit. Tilly, you absolutely ran rings around us.
Yes.
And I suspect snuck in an ad for biscuits at the end.
Nothing wrong with that, boys.
Nothing wrong with that. Does the Girl Guide Manifesto not teach us to be resourceful girls?
Yes, to be resourceful and to use every opportunity given.
We've been absolutely Girl
We've
Guided.
been fleeced. We've been guided.
Great job, Tilly.
Thanks,
Well
Tilly.
done.
Hamish Andy. We are in this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Yes, the game where a person of the People's Show, Ham, rings up with their specialist subject. They tell us the subject. You and I then have one song to cram as much information about that subject when we return from a song.
Mm-hmm.
This person today, it's Caitlin, will ask us 3 questions. Can we beat them?
Caitlin,
Do we know the answer to those questions?
can we cram the Mando in our... It's what we loved doing. It's the only thing we really did at university. Sit in the car park, try and learn 6 months of topic in 10 minutes of parking time before the exam. Caitlin, how you going? Ahoy.
Good, thanks. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're really good. Really good.
Caitlin, what's today's topic?
So I've just come from my exam on animal diversity, so I want you to look up mollusks.
Mollusks. Thought it was going to be an animal
it's a
diversity.
group of animals.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes,
Sea
yes.
animals, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to show
well,
off too
you
early.
can look up what they are.
What's that, sorry?
You can look up what they are.
Yeah.
Do you know what they are?
She does. So you feel you went well in the exam, Caitlin?
Hopefully.
Great. All
So
right.
animal diversity is an interest. That's not what this is about.
No, we're doing mollusks.
We're just mollusks.
Yeah, well, it's one of the groups of animals that we looked at.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
because
Okay.
I assume that's what animal diversity the exam would be about. Like, why is a tiger different to a shark?
Yes. It's
Yeah, pretty much.
You know,
Yeah, one's got-
sleeker tail
Yeah.
on a
One,
shark. No offense to tigers.
one can run faster.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So we're great at this. Caitlin, we're going to put you on hold for a second while we discuss mollusks, Ham.
What is a body mollusk?
Although we're going to have to look that up, but...
I think they're sea-based.
Yeah.
But are they pippies?
yeah,
Are they just the barnacles?
well, they'll probably be different types, I'd imagine.
I think, you know what I bet it is? I bet a mollusk is an animal that lives in a shell. So, assuming that's the case.
Rather than betting on that, we'll look that up. Like, this is
But we can't look it up now because we're not allowed to cram you.
I know, but
Assuming that it's
how
that.
do we break this
Oh,
up?
I mean, geez, what? How would I know where to split it? We don't even know what they are. What? Celebrity mollusks versus civilian mollusks? I don't know. What? Mollusks through time versus present day well-known mollusks? I don't know. There'll be the history of mollusks. There'll be key features of mollusks.
Well, there's probably going to be like a DNA, or there's kind of a molecular structure of a mollusk, and then there's going to be different types.
I don't think there'll be that.
Do you reckon like what is in a mollusk?
No, there'll be what defines a mollusk.
Yes. So do you want to go definition and I'll go types?
I think, yeah, okay. Why don't, I'll do definitions of mollusks.
You like what is a mollusk? Like what makes it a mollusk? And I'll go all types.
Yeah, okay, so I've got what is a mollusk? You've got who are the mollusks?
Okay. Caitlin, are you there? Caitlin, ahoy to you. Are you there?
Yep.
We have actually worked out perfectly how to split the load here for this cramming.
should be pretty good.
We are going to go to a song here. Jack, is it a long one?
It's the shortest one you've ever played with. 2 minutes 50 for Milkshake brings all the boys to the bar.
Boys to the yard, Jack.
Did you say the bar?
Boys to the bar, what, the milk bar?
Well, yard's just as stupid, really.
You don't get the lyric.
All right. Good luck to us. Caitlin, think of 3 questions. Mollusks away.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
I'm closing my computer, Ham. I'll ask you to do the same.
What's that, mate?
We go through the usual routine. Caitlin is on the line because we're playing this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Caitlin's just finished an exam on animal diversity. The subject she's given us today is, Caitlin, close your computer.
I'll close it. I wondered why you would say open it, because that's what I heard first. Down she goes.
Okay. And close your notes over.
My mistake. I thought you were talking about computers.
Turn your notes over. Okay.
Done.
Caitlin, sorry.
I have to.
It was
I
a
have
quick...
to. It was a very quick song.
Yeah, it was a very quick song. You've told us that we've got to look up mollusks, and I'm not going to say any. Normally, this is the part where we drop a little fact and it's to say that we've learned something, but I'm not going to do that because I haven't learned too much.
One of the main facts I learned was how to spell mollusk.
Oh yeah,
MOLLUSC.
yeah.
Now, I hope that was that. Could that have been the first bit?
I hope not. But Caitlin, what's your
Well, it
first
took me a while to
question?
find it on the internet. That's all.
Yeah, well, they do spelled differently in different places around the world as well.
Oh God, I hope I've studied the right thing.
Caitlin,
Okay. First question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do all mollusks have a shell?
Caitlin,
I don't think so.
I can understand that you'd think from the mollusks that appeared 540 million years ago in the Cretaceous period, so they started out with a shell, but things like perhaps mollusks of the cephalopod species, such as the squid or giant squid. No, they don't have a shell.
That is correct.
Yes! Squid fact! Some squids are mollusks. No, all squids are mollusks. Some mollusks are squids.
There's also worm-like organisms, Ham,
Sure.
that do not have the shell. 1-0. Caitlin, what's next?
Sorry.
What's your next question?
Okay. What is the main breathing structure of mollusks?
Breeding structure. This is your category, Ham.
Caitlin, all mollusks do have a breathing structure. It's one of the key features of the mollusk.
Breathing, not
breathing.
I thought you said breeding.
No, but good question though, Ando, because some are very simple, external fertilisation, but others do involve the sperm and the egg. The breathing structure, Caitlin, is one of the key features of the mollusk, like the muscular foot.
Okay, Ham, what is the actual...
I'm helping Caitlin learn about mollusks. It's called... It's interesting. It's near the... It's on the head, usually, or just under the head. It's called a raphalod.
That is incorrect.
Oh, what does it do? What's
it
the
called?
breathing structure?
It's called the tenidium.
Close to raphalod, or whatever you said.
What's the raphalod that I'm thinking about that I've just read on the chart?
I've got no idea.
Yeah. Hey, no, don't turn your page over. Stop cheating. Turn it back over.
Okay. The radula?
The radula.
Yeah, what's
that's
that?
the tongue.
How are you going to breathe if it doesn't go past your tongue?
Yeah, that's the
Through your
feeding
nose.
structure.
That's the feeding structure.
Okay.
Correct.
Caitlin, it's 1-1.
Okay, last question.
Yep.
Is an earthworm a mollusk?
Interesting. Of the 85,000 species of mollusks, is the earthworm one of them?
Well,
There are
I'll tell you-
two species of mollusks that are now extinct.
Sure. And we do know that quite a lot of organs in a mollusk have two uses. For instance, the heart and the kidney sometimes are used in reproductive function. But is the earthworm a mollusk?
Okay, I'm going to tell you this much, Ham.
I'm going to say mollusk.
No, yeah, well, I didn't see it. There are worm-like...
Because I was looking at snails, squids.
Yeah, but there was worm-like organisms, but they didn't say the earthworm. Do you reckon a worm-like organism is part of that?
I reckon a worm. It's probably just more of a worm.
Oh,
It's probably from the worm
so
family rather than the mollusk. I reckon mollusk.
even though there's worm-like organisms I
Mate.
saw on the chart.
I was doing what is a mollusk. You were doing who are the mollusks. Now,
Yeah,
who are the mollusks?
it's mine,
This is
isn't
in
it?
your on your side of the fence. I'll leave it up to you.
I didn't see worms in the list.
Okay.
I saw squids.
Snails.
I saw cuttlefish. I saw
Sure.
slugs. I saw snails.
We love seeing them all.
We didn't see the earth. I'm
Does
going
it-
to say no, Caitlin.
Correct.
Yes! God, call Andy Alicia Mollusk. He has absolutely dominated the field today.
Caitlin, thank you very much. Great questions.
And
they gave us a sporting chance.
Great topic, too.
I mean, a yes-no. It's very kind.
That was actually very kind.
Yes. Hey, Caitlin, thank you very much. We're going to send you out a teaspoon.
Yeah, we will,
thank
Caitlin.
A Hamish Andy branded one.
Not a problem.
And stick around, everybody, because we've got a little challenge for Jack that I think everyone will enjoy, except Jack. Time for this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
A rare victory from us last week gets us back after we started strong. This segment's pretty simple. We think we're very good at cramming. During our university days, we weren't good at studying, but just before the exams, we would sit in our cars during reading time of an exam and try and memorise a whole textbook.
Try to fill up the small bucket of short-term memory that we have with all the important information you might need about one particular subject. So, if people haven't heard this before, if you have a specialist topic, if you have some area of knowledge that you are an absolute gun in, i.e., the Airbus A380, last week it was mollusks.
Mollusks,
Which was a bit of a tricky one because we didn't know what mollusks were to begin with. We thought that
Animal
was seafood.
diversity. That was the category she was studying.
Yeah,
She chose
subcategory mollusks.
But do you have a category or a subject in your life that
be
you
anything.
think you are an expert of, that you know everything from? You ring us. We'll find out what that subject is straight after this, and then we'll have one song.
to cram. Oh,
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
We're in the middle of this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
We need to be given a topic that we have to cram, and we only get one song to do it in. What song's coming up, Jacko?
Touch by Little Mix, 3 minutes 22
Good.
seconds.
3.5.
Yes,
We've
I remember
some-
loading that one into the computer.
had
I
some-
play the songs, Andy.
Sorry, Haim. Yeah.
Touch by Little Mix is coming
Yes.
up.
Yep, good.
Looking
Thank
forward
you
to
for that.
spinning that.
3.5 minutes. That's good. Last week I think it was under 3.
That's a
where we
tiny
had
song.
to try and learn a whole subject. And Will is standing by to tell us his specialist subject because he'll be inventing the questions for us.
Ahoy, Will. How are you, mate?
Ahoy, boys. Happy birthday, Andy.
No
Good on you,
need.
Willie.
Don't actually celebrate them well.
Hey, can I just flag something here? I would like to think that you and I we'd be C+ to B players on a trivia team, right? We're not great at trivia. We don't know everything about everything, but I know some things about this and that.
Yeah.
I don't reckon we haven't had a subject yet where I've gone, okay, good, we got a running start at this.
Yeah.
Like all the subjects we've had, like we didn't even know what a mollusk was last week. So we were behind the 8 ball and then we had to learn everything about mollusks.
Yeah.
Now I do know a lot more about them
Mollusks
and
now, yeah.
I'm glad for it. But hopefully Will's topic that he picks today that we have to cram everything about in the song.
At least give us a head start.
I would love there to be a little bit of something in it we could have a head start. But Will, I don't want to, influence you here. What is the topic?
It's the TV show Friends.
Well, I know the basics, but the problem is here, you're dealing with a subject that people are so passionate about and know a lot more than us about, Ando.
And our producers out here with Carly and Fuzz
She's
just
cheering.
love
She's
Friends
cheering.
so much.
Because I can already see what's going to happen.
Exactly that.
There's going to be like, in the one where Rachel's mitten goes for a ride in a taxi, what colour was the mitten? Blue, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
But they'll be harder than that.
Well, Will, you think of 3 questions. Where the hell do we start?
How do we divide this? We'll put you on hold, Will.
I'm going to try and watch as much as I can.
Yeah, I might sit down and watch one out.
I think what we need to do is divide this into characters. I think.
You reckon?
Well, yeah,
Well, you're going to have. There's the way it'll be is like you got the core 5.
Yeah,
Is it 5?
But I reckon we go with those
Is it
guys.
6?
The 6.
You got the core 6.
Yeah, well,
and
three
then
guys,
there's
three
like
girls.
Gunter and all the other side characters.
Yes. So who's he?
He's the guy from the coffee shop, the bald guy.
Does he own the coffee shop?
He just works there.
Okay.
I think I'm making it.
Anyway,
I was going to say,
Anyway.
I think in the last episode he
Why don't you
he
go-
wins it in a bet. I think I made that up.
you made that up. In the last episode, they wouldn't waste.
Yeah, this is a chance to wrap up the
The
most
whole
successful
series
sitcom of all time. We thought we might sidestep for a sec so you know that everything works out for Gunter.
All right. How about this? Like, I reckon. Maybe I go all the guys, you go all the girls, or vice versa.
Yeah, sure.
And we just look up and whatever relationships or whoever their girlfriends were, whatever happened to them.
Mate, we're in such big trouble.
Hey, but I don't want this approach. I don't want this.
We are.
I know,
This
but
I actually prefer the brain, which we have. There's less to learn about the brain than there is about brains.
just
Yeah,
try.
sure. I'm going to try my best.
Okay.
Do you want
Well-
girls? I'll take girls. You take guys.
Okay, great. Will, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, we're pulling him out of the soundproof booth.
Will, are you there?
Lord forbid he knows how we're dividing it up. Then he might trick us.
Will, guess what? We've got this completely sorted.
We
so,
feel good, Will.
Good luck with thinking of 3 questions, and we'll see you on the other side of this.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, bye.
Cheers, mate.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
Computer's down, Am. Computer's down.
Me?
Yes, that's you as well. And if you've written anything down,
I haven't, sir.
yeah, okay.
Must I still put my
Put
computer
your,
down?
put your computer down. You're still looking at your computer.
Down it
still
goes.
looking at your computer. Still looking.
As requested.
We are in the middle of this, or the last phase of it.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Can we put Will on hold so he can't hear us just quickly? 'Cause-
Okay, if you've just joined us, Will is today's specialist topic quizmaster. He's chosen the television show Friends. Andy and I have spent that song trying to cram everything you can possibly learn about a TV series that both of us can honestly say we dipped in and out of over its run. Never really
got us.
I mean, obviously, I was much more of a Seinfeld guy, you'd say, than a
Friends guy.
Friends guy.
Hey, I'll level with you. I knew you were doing girls and I was doing guys. I only got through Joey and Chandler. If he comes up with a Ross-related question, I'm dead in the
I'll
water.
level with you. I briefly looked at the Wikipedia page and went, this is madness. And I went to a trivia page online and just tried to learn the answers to 56 trivia questions so I abandoned the plan. I've got an even spread of girls, guys, and Phoebe's cat.
Okay, good. All right, well, this is good. Will, you back?
Yep.
It's time for you to give the questions. They're all Friends-related. The TV show today. Go for it, bud.
Okay, question 1 is name one of Ross Geller's wives.
What?
You just...
I mean, Will, Andy
I
was just expressing his disappointment. Now, we all know Ross, of course, paleontologist.
Yes. Friends with Chandler.
We all know he was on speaking and first name basis with almost all of the other friends in the cast, and sometimes had. But I think I've got this hand.
Go for it.
Whilst the Ross-Rachel dynamic provided the fodder for many a season, one of Ross's wives was Emily.
Will?
Yeah, that's correct.
Bang it! Oh, yes! And Joey kissed her when they played Spin the Bottle at her going away party.
Well done.
Yeah. Whew. Don't get ahead of myself.
Jeez, that's amazing. That's great. Will, go for another one.
Okay, who was the Hollywood actor who played Elizabeth's dad? And he went out with Rachel.
I think I know.
Oh, Elizabeth's dad.
Elizabeth's dad.
Who's Elizabeth?
Was Elizabeth in the show Friends?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is Elizabeth a character name?
I guess it's...
It
So,
must be.
yeah.
Okay.
So-
Who's the Hollywood actor who played Elizabeth? Who the hell's Elizabeth?
the only
Elizabeth-
person that's come into mind here, I know Tom Selleck was in the show, but I think
but
he
she
was with Monica.
He was dating Monica, yeah. Do you want to go, Tom? I mean, if we
We've
don't
just admitted why we know it's not the right answer. Should we?
yeah, but it could have been Elizabeth's dad.
Brad
still.
Pitt.
He would be too young to be a dad.
Well, so far I've nominated 2 people, and all you're doing is shooting them down.
Okay, Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, we think it's Dustin Hoffman, Will.
Dustin Hoffman, Will.
No, it's Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. Bruce
Get your
Willis.
Phyllis of Bruce Willis. Yes.
Okay, so it's 1-1.
I remember that now.
Yes, similar actor.
All right, Will, this is...
Well, okay.
Everything hinges on this. Gosh. That was such a tough one.
How many sisters does Joey Tribbiani have?
Hi,
7, my friend! Yes! His dad's a pipe fitter, his mum's name's Gloria, and Will
Phoebe thought her mum's soul was reincarnated into a cat, and that is how you win Song to Cram. Yes!
Will, you're so unlucky, because all I read was Joey's Wikipedia page.
Oh, really?
That was it.
How's that episode with Spin the Bottle that Emily's going away where Joey kissed Emily?
That's how you cram, though, Ham.
Seemed to feature a lot in my trivia page, that particular episode.
Hey, Will, thank you. A well
was
fought
great.
battle.
Thank you, mate.
Look, we just got lucky on the day, but they were terrific questions.
Really good.
It's time for Song to Cram. This is a segment that you and I love because we thought we weren't very good at university, but what we were good at doing is sitting in our cars just before an exam and trying to memorise a textbook before going in.
We like a pressure situation, Ando. We think under pressure we can memorise. That's what this segment does. So we need people now. 13, 10, 60. Do you have a specialist topic? Do you have something you know a lot about, one particular field? I mean, we had the brain once. That was tricky. What would you say was our best performance?
AC Milan.
AC Milan. That was pretty good, wasn't it?
We were pretty good. That was the football team.
Was Friends last week or the week before?
Friends were difficult, but we won it. I think certainly our best performance, AC Milan. Elephants has been in there. There's been so many.
Elephants was okay, but there was a couple of contentious ones in it. It was like, how big could an elephant be? Like, I don't know. How big could it be? That's not really a question.
The Boeing A380 has been a special subject. Let's find out.
I still use facts I learnt from that day.
13, 10, 60. Ring up with your specialist subject. You give it to us, and we'll have one song to learn as much as possible about it. It's next, Hamish and Andy.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
Currently, we're in the middle of this.
Whoa, get ready, Song to Cram. Whoa, get ready, Song to Cram.
And Haim, 13, 10, 60, Matthew joins us. Matthew, how are you, bud?
Hey, good. How you going?
Yeah, very well.
Very good, sir.
And well done for getting it through for Song to Cram. Tell us, buddy, what's today the subject that we'll have the latest hit song in which to try and cram as much information about?
So you have the most exciting subject in Australia, and it's known as the Australian Constitution.
Oh, the Australian Constitution.
I was almost going to say I wasn't aware we had one.
I did do a bit of this.
But then I remember the castle
in Year 12.
and very much the Constitution is argued in the High Court.
I
there.
did do a bit of this in Year 12.
In constitutional studies.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the first line of the Constitution?
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. Drop your horses and gather round. Got to remember it was settler times. Matt, why are you an expert in the Australian Constitution?
So I've just graduated from a degree of law, and it's one of those things that they drum into you every single year.
Yeah, no, and I'm glad it is. I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's probably...
Now, no, this isn't going to shock anyone, but I'm not Australia's leading mind on the Australian Constitution, but I'm glad we have
Australia's leading mind on anything.
I'll find something before the sun sets. I'll find something. I'm glad we have one. I'm glad we've got bright young men and women like yourself, Matt, who've learnt it and can pass it on to the next generation.
All right, we've got one song to learn everything we can about the Australian Constitution. Just put Matthew on hold for a second, Jack, so he can't hear us. Hey, what do you want to do?
Well, I mean, do we divide it up into what's in it, who wrote it? Do we have founding fathers like America? I feel like I know more about the American Constitution.
That doesn't ring a bell. I reckon he'll go more...
Who wrote it?
I reckon he'll go more like what's in it type questions.
Yeah.
Do you want to go front half, back half?
Okay, so now that he's on hold, what do you know about it?
I don't know. I'm hoping that when he brings up something that
jog a memory. Because I mean, like, do we have like 24 items or something in it? Or
yeah, I think there's a certain amount of items. That's why I'm saying front half, back half.
Yeah, right. So first does, back does.
Yeah. Do you want?
There are people that know about the Australian Constitution listening to this, banging their heads against steering wheels.
Do you want front half, back half?
I'll take back half.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. They probably got they probably got the important stuff out of it.
Sail on home with, and obey all property laws, etc., etc.
Okay, Matthew, are you there? Matthew?
I am.
Yep, we've decided how we're going to divvy it up, and we're very confident.
We will see you after this song, my friend.
All right.
Think of 3 questions.
Thanks, man.
Hamish Andy Pants on Friday.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
Ham, computer's down.
Me?
Yes. Computer's down. Because we're
My
playing
computer's down on the table.
Yes, just close the
You
lid.
want the screen down?
Yes.
Sorry, I thought you meant actually put the whole computer...
Stop it, you still got your...
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Yeah, song
My
to cram.
mistake. Sorry, mate.
Whereby Haim and I get one song to try and cram as much information, learn as much information about a topic suggested by a person of the People's Show. Matthew is that person today. Matthew, the Australian Constitution is the subject you've chosen.
Yes, that's it.
And haven't we just learned a lot about the Constitution? I'd like to retract some of my former statements. It turns out we do need a Constitution. I've just learnt why.
Yes.
It seems to be a very good Constitution. I'm not saying it's perfect. Obviously, there's some improvements that can be made. I was going to say no more.
Yeah, because
I'm be dipping into the 2 facts I've learnt, and I hope that they are the questions you asked.
Matthew, this is harks back to university days for Hamish and I, where we didn't really go to class much, but we were good at cramming heading into the exam.
We didn't have anything as hard as this, though.
We would hope that the exam questions fell in our lap. What's question number 1?
Excellent. All right, boys, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
What does Section 51 of the Australian Constitution provide?
You've got to be kidding, mate.
Section 51.
Section 51. Now, obviously, there's 8 chapters.
I think it talks about special powers.
Ooh, that's a good comment. Do you want a hint? I can give you a hint. That's a good word that might help.
I think we're in the ballpark here. I think...
Okay.
Well, he heard your answer, and he offered you a hint afterwards. So unless he's foxing, I would say we haven't got it.
Well, here's my guess then.
What did you learn every section, did you?
I think it's about executive powers held by the sovereign, being the king or the queen.
That's very close, but you're wrong, unfortunately.
What is it?
It gives Commonwealth the ability to make power with respect to 39 different areas. So they can make laws with respect to those powers.
And what are the 39, Matt?
Don't bother, Matt, because I'm already bored. Okay.
Matt, okay, here we go.
Question two.
Question 2. Name one person who was an original drafter of the Australian Constitution.
We didn't go into this.
Well, as we know, the Australian Constitution was drafted via referendum between the years 1898 to 1900 by the original colonies of Australia.
We all know that.
John Batman
That's right.
was one of the originals.
Matthew?
That's spot on.
Yeah!
That was a total guess, Just knew he was around at the time and one of the big dogs back then.
Gosh,
one of the big dogs around 1900.
Yo, nice, Ham.
So you say it confidently.
Yes.
He probably even wasn't. It was just the confidence with which I said it that made Matt think it was.
1-1 now. 1-1.
Huge.
Okay, now the last one, the decision. What are the 3 arms of power separated in the Constitution? And it's also known as the doctrine of the separation of powers.
Right.
Well,
the Constitution, as we've stated before, has 8 chapters.
and it was established in 1900.
By referendum.
As we all know.
Now, as we all know, it doesn't have a preamble. Now, I know your question's not about a preamble, but an interesting topic for another day.
Hey, I'm going to say the judiciary.
Yes, I'm going to say the Crown.
Oh, I reckon
3 arms of power.
I would say it's
Left arm, right arm, leg.
I would say it's the. I would say it's the legislative.
Yep.
The judiciary.
The Senate.
No. And
Legislative, judiciary. What about local? Just cops.
no, like, it's
Electricity.
I think, and maybe you're right. Maybe it is the Crown. Maybe it's those 3.
So legislative, the judiciary, and the Crown. You're having
and-
power. The Queen would not have ticked off on this if she wasn't included.
Okay, so what's the answer?
We're close. I can tell from that. We've probably said it twice. What about this?
Yep.
Legislative,
Yep.
judiciary,
The Crown.
sovereign.
So close.
What is it?
Legislature,
Yeah.
judiciary, and executive.
Oh! Jeez!
I give it to you, though.
No,
the
you
Crown,
can't,
the sovereign, executive.
No,
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 we
Matt.
can't take
In-
that, but we appreciate
Would
it.
Charles Bud Tingwell's character in The Castle have accepted that? No, because he was a specialist in constitutional law.
QC.
And that is the level we hold ourselves at.
Thank you, Matthew. Oh, gosh.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah,
God,
well
how was
done.
that Batman answer, though, huh?
Yeah, Hamish Andy. Time for...
Oh, it's time for everyone to eat a big slice of predictable pie as Jack yells out sorry in the background for what seems like the 100th time this week.
And now we're good for...
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Nice. Flawless, Jacko. I shouldn't have shone a light on it because people wouldn't have noticed.
The way this works is Hamish and I weren't good at studying, but we're very good at cramming. That's what we think anyway. And
Good in the clutch. Last few minutes.
last few minutes, we'd skip reading time. We'd sit in the car park before all our exams at university, try and memorise the book.
Can you learn an entire subject to a 51% capability in 15 minutes? That was the question forever on our minds at uni.
And on the most part, we could.
We got there a couple of times.
Gina joins us. You've got the subject today because the way this game's going to work is you give us the subject, Gina, then we'll get one song to cram as much as we can about it, and you give us the question. So what is the subject?
Hey, boys. Ahoy.
Ahoy. Ahoy, Gina.
The subject I've got for you is Reliant K.
Reliant.
Is it really Reliant
Reliant
K?
K,
The band?
It really is Reliant K, the band.
Do you love... Okay.
Just to bring people up to speed in case they haven't been listening for 10 minutes, we were just having a big laugh about a band called Reliant K, who we thought were certainly unknown and worth a giggle, but it turns out, Gina, they've got diehard fans.
Look, I'll be honest, I am a long-time listener, first-time caller, and I just switched on when you guys were talking about them, and I was like, are you for real? I love Switchfoot and I love Reliant K, so that's why.
So what kind of
We thought they were called Reliable Kate at the
So,
start.
Gina,
Who's someone
what kind
that
of-
you'd let babysit the kids.
So what kind of scene is Switchfoot and Reliant K,
They're part of like a Christian rock scene, pretty much.
Christian rock scene?
Rock pop.
Rock pop.
With you. Okay, all right. Well, we'll find this out, I suppose,
Yeah.
because you have to think of 3 questions about them. Haim, you and I have one song to cram everything we can
Pop
about
Gina on
Reliant
hold.
K.
I mean,
K.
she can't hear us here, Anna. This is the bit where we usually divide up how we're going to do it.
Yep. Why don't you go members? And
Song, band stuff,
And
and
I
you'll
go-
go songs.
Yep.
Songs and albums.
Perfect. All right. Good luck, Gina. Think of 3 questions, and we'll have it on the other side of this. Our one song to cram. How long is the song, Jack?
3 minutes 22.
I like it.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
We're doing this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Put your computer down.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah, you.
Like that?
No, not like place it down, like put the lid down.
Oh, put the lid down.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were yelling at Jack.
Stop trying to look up stuff and put your computer lid down.
Down. Sorry.
The way this game works, is that we get given a topic, we get one song to cram as much information about that topic, and then Gina, who's given us the topic, you get to ask 3 questions, Gina. Hopefully we get 50%, well, 2 out of 3 right, and we win.
Today is a tough one, Gina. We were having a laugh about a band we'd never heard of called Reliant K. You then rang up and said, guess what? Today's topic is Reliant K, which is a real stitch up. And we now know a lot more about the band called Reliant K. But is it enough?
But I fear not enough.
Is it enough for a band that has released over 8 studio albums?
Yes. Don't give away,
I like to lead off with the fact it's a good confidence.
I know, but it might have been one of her questions. And
Just saying.
Okay. Gina, what is the first question?
Well, let's start with that on albums, guys. So, how many full-length albums have they released?
Full-length studio albums?
Yes.
Well, we know they released 2 Christmas albums. Would you include those, Gina?
Yes, I would.
Would you include the Is for Karaoke album?
I think so.
I would as well. 11 studio albums.
Yes, that's correct.
Reliant K. So good. Plus an album of rarities.
Reliant A.
Well done.
Over here.
Play on, Gina.
Okay, question number 2.
Yep.
Which famous pop star did lead singer Matt Thiessen once date?
Which famous pop star did the lead singer whose name is Ham?
Matt Thiessen.
Yes.
There's
once
another
date.
Matt in the band.
That's not what she asked.
Is it what you asked? The main 3 guys are Matt, and Brian, who we all know. They wouldn't have dated each other.
No.
Although, interesting fact about the band, if I could
Don't
please
give away,
the court.
Don't give away another fact that might be question 3. Don't.
Dave Douglas wasn't in the band very long, was he, Gina?
But you
No.
might have just used her third question.
I haven't.
Okay, Haim, who is the person that may have dated this person from Reliant K? Sheryl Crow.
Is that your answer?
It shouldn't be.
Is it the answer?
It's not the answer.
Kelly Clarkson?
It's Katy Perry.
Katy Perry? Damn it.
She was once in the gospel scene.
We knew she was in the gospel
What did I
scene.
say?
You said Sheryl Crow. All right, down to the last question. We're 1 from
All right.
1. It's all down to this.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to ask you maybe a little bit one that's left wing.
What's the most famous mainstream song that Matt Thiessen has collaborated on?
You were doing songs and albums, Ando.
Gee, well, it's not Hello McFly, track 1 off their first album.
No. And I don't think it would have been a musical version of the book they wrote called The Mysteries of the Female Mind, which they didn't actually have...
Facts, guy.
Yeah, it didn't actually have much to do with, but was a good book. What was it? And we've
wasn't-
already mentioned that Dave Douglas wasn't in the band for very long.
And it certainly wasn't on their third album, The Anatomy of Tongue-in-Cheek, nor their fourth, which is, of course, 2 wrongs don't make a right,
And
but
it's
3 do.
Certainly nothing to do with the fact that Brian hasn't been in the band for the past 2 years, according to Wikipedia.
No.
So as a hint, mainstream, like been on
Yes.
Fox FM, you know?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
yes,
just sort
yes,
of like
collaborated.
warming up to it.
Yeah. It
with
wouldn't
all
have
our
been
other
off
facts.
their 5th album entitled What is it?
Is it? It
What?
wouldn't have been at a recent festival they played at with Switchfoot.
Okay.
What is that
Who
song?
may have come from, Christian rock? Who
Mate, I don't even know who comes from any music.
We ran out of drone, guys.
We've run out of scene setting drone. That's never happened.
I'm going to say, what's that band that one of the Jonas Brothers is now off playing in?
Mate, I mean, look, I got DJ Snake and that's it.
Okay.
I got DJ Snake, DJ Khaled.
They sing Cake by the Ocean. Who are those guys?
Jack, you can help.
Yeah, DNCE.
Yeah.
We had them in here.
Oh, yeah.
DNCE, Gina, that's my guess.
No, sorry, guys. It's Fireflies by Owl City.
Oh.
And wouldn't Dave Douglas have been kicking himself he wasn't involved in that? Because he only appeared in the band for such a very short time. Well, no surprises here, but we have failed at Reliant K trivia.
We are not Reliant K. No. Oh, thanks, Gina. Well
Good,
done.
Gina.
Yeah, it's time for this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
This is where one of the good people, the People Show, is called up with a specialist subject. We don't know the subject yet, but we will hear it.
Yep.
And then we get one song to cram as much info about that subject as possible.
Put it in our brains. We get roughly 3 minutes to jam all the info in our brains. And I like to think of the information loosely the same consistency as a Barocca. It will dissolve. It will go. It'll be gone by tonight.
Yes.
But can we hold on to it for 3 minutes? Will the tablet survive for 3 minutes, giving us enough time to regurgitate the information we learn in the song and hopefully answer 3 difficult questions about the specialist subject?
Ash joins us. Ahoy to you, Ash.
Hi, how you going?
Really good, Ash. What is your specialist topic you can give us 3 difficult questions on?
It is teeth today.
Teeth.
Teeth.
One of the most common head fittings of the human mouth.
most used
forms of methods of chewing. One of the most used enamel-based chewing objects in animal species. I've said too much.
Teeth in general or human teeth?
Human teeth.
Okay.
Right,
Dentistry or just teeth?
Let's just go teeth.
So you're not going to go, what tool would I use to perform a full
I won't
tooth
do
makeover?
Are you a dentist yourself, Ash?
Yes, so there's actually 3 of us in the car right now, so we're putting our brains to it, trying to come up with some
you got
questions for you guys.
You got 3 dentists in the car.
Yeah.
Wow. Where are you off to?
Start of a cool joke. Where are you guys going? What's happening in the dentist world?
We're just driving home from work, actually, and we heard you on the radio, so we thought we'd call up, and we got through.
Good stuff, Ash. All right, we put you on hold now because Hamish and I will decide how we divvy up the subject of teeth.
Okay. You basically, we could go top row, bottom row.
Well, I think
That's an easy way to half it.
Yeah, I know, but
Buzz top.
But I think
because bottom's got wisdom, molars.
I think
toughies.
Don't top have wisdom as well? You've got
Yeah,
4 wisdom.
Yeah. You do. That's good wisdom. No, in all seriousness, here's how we should divide it.
I think. Yep.
Do you want to do names of teeth?
Yes. I think someone just go to naming them.
Name and number.
And then I reckon what we go is outside and inside. So like naming the names of them all and then what's their makeup.
Inner tooth.
Yeah.
Inner tooth. Do you want inner tooth?
I'll do inner tooth.
Good boy.
And you go outer.
Outer tooth and tooth fun facts.
Yes, okay, great.
Tooth facts.
Ash, are you there? Are you there, Ash?
Yep.
We've nailed this.
Yep.
And
we know exactly
we've
what
got
we're doing.
one song. What's the song, Jack?
The song is Dilemma by Nelly and Kelly Rowland.
How long does that one go for?
3 minutes, 41 seconds.
One of the longer ones. Great. All right, Ash, we'll see you on the other side of this. Get finger 3 questions about teeth.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
We're in the middle of this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Close your computer, mate.
Pardon?
Close your computer.
Me.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought you were talking to Jack.
No, you, because you're the person playing the close your computer.
How down it goes.
Yes.
This one?
Yes, that's the one.
Sorry, because I had 2 computers.
Yes. One of them wasn't working.
Yes. I always forget we're doing this segment.
Yeah.
And I rush to my bag, get my laptop out, and I always have trouble getting on the network. So I usually lose about 1 minute of the 3 minutes we have to cram with network issues.
Ash, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
You have brought forward the subject of teeth today. Hamish and I had our one song to cram. Good luck, Ash. What is question 1?
All right, so question number 1. There are 3 layers to a tooth. 1 is enamel.
Sure.
Name one of the others.
Sure, Ando.
Well, we know that mechanically the tooth
has many layers.
and has a function is to break down food.
Yes. And also is involved in speech.
Yes, that's true.
But what you're asking, Ash...
Are one of those other...
The thing about it is, Ando...
Well, there's obviously enamel, which you've mentioned, but what are the other 3? I think there's probably...
dentin one of them, which is a living layer of cells that secretes...
Yeah, that would be the next one down, but cementum would be the one below that, and then there'd be something pulp. Anyway, we got one. Ash?
So which one are you locking in?
Go dentin.
Dentin.
Dentine?
Ooh.
Correct. I'm going to give it to you.
It was cementum was the next level down?
Yeah, that's on the root, but we wanted dentine or pulp. Or dental pulp.
And
so
then
yes,
pulp.
well done,
and
mate.
then the soul of the tooth is right in the middle.
Ash, we are one up. How are the other dentists feeling about it in the car?
Well, they're a bit nervous now, actually.
Yes, their teeth are chattering with nerves. Okay, go for it.
Right, question number 2. At what age does the first adult tooth erupt?
Well, Ash, obviously the human mouth...
Sorry, he's confident. There is a certain arrogance he starts...
The human mouth
his answers with when he thinks he's got it.
Human mouth has obviously 32 teeth in the average human mouth. I won't bore you with how many of each of them there is.
All of them have enamel in them, though.
All have enamel
And dentine.
and grow out of the pulp.
Yeah.
A well-pulped tooth will often sprout a nice hard enamel. What you're asking, though, is at what age does the first adult tooth normally erupt? We know they should have all erupted by at least the age of 13. But the first adult tooth, I believe, that's what you're asking?
Yes.
Good. Because don't go changing the question.
No, she's not,
would you like to change the question to by what age should they have erupted?
No, I'm going to stick with my first one.
The first adult tooth really should erupt by age 7.
Yes. I would have taken 6 or 7.
6. I had in my head 6, but she would have taken 6 or 7. That's
Yeah,
great.
between
Okay,
6 and
Ash,
7, yep.
give us a tough one to bring it home. One more
All
for
right.
luck, even though we've won this week.
Can I share something with you, Ando? That was a guess.
What's the guess, was it?
That was a guess.
Oh, well.
Because a new 13 was when they're meant to be all out, but
Didn't know. Oh, right.
the
I wish you
page
told
I
me that,
read.
because I knew 6. so,
But you were so proud of me for knowing it, then I had to bluff you as well.
yeah, exactly. Ash, final question.
Yep. What is a diastema?
A diastema. Sorry, I thought you said bruxum for a second, which is of course the other name for grinding. As in not bruxum though. You're not not interested in teeth grinding.
A diaxema.
A diastema.
A diastema.
A diastema.
Yeah, starts
is
with D.
yes, not.
It appears that we haven't learned everything. I was about to say,
Diastema.
why are you
Sure
guys
you're
getting
saying
paid
that
so
correctly?
much? Because we've learned it in a song. Would you have a guess, Ham?
Well, it's twice. You've got your astema.
Yeah.
But your diastema is usually about twice that.
What is it, Ash?
It's a gap between the 2 front teeth.
Just call it a gap.
Yeah, I've got one. I've got a diastema.
And he's
You've
got
got a diastema now.
and he's got a lower diastema.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. It's
Is that what you call them? A lower
You could
diastema?
say a mandibular diastema.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, you could say a marimbula perimbula. Well, if you want, you can say whatever you want. No, sorry, Ash, you're very good. We thank you for your work.
Thanks so much. A diastema.
you.
Very attractive people have it. Jess Hart, models like Jess Hart,
Sure,
myself.
but she has nice straight teeth
Yeah.
with a normal gap. You've got some caved in. You look like someone's ram raided your teeth. Couldn't get the ATM and have fled into the night.
About to play this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Marcus joins us on 131060. Marcus, ahoy to you.
Ahoy.
And the way this game works, everybody, is Marcus has rung up. He's got a specialised topic. We're about to find out what that is. But, Haim, he'll tell us the topic. You and I will then have one song to cram as much information about it while Marcus thinks of 3 tough questions.
3 difficult questions, Marcus. University level questions. That's the level we try and cram to.
Yep.
Marcus, were you always sure you knew what your topic would be, or are you the kind of guy that knows a lot of stuff about a lot of things?
I do know a lot of things about a lot of stuff, so
Wow.
it was tough to narrow down.
Okay.
Well, what have you gone with?
What have you gone with?
I've gone with Roman emperors, lads.
Roman emperors.
Roman emperors. Something you studied or something you have a casual and / professional interest in?
A bit of column A, bit of column B.
All right. So you work in the Roman emperor field?
No, I do like to read, and I did study ancient in high school, so
Okay, right. And what do you do with yourself now, Marcus?
I sell insurance to businesses.
But you can use the lessons learnt from the Roman Empire
Yes, exactly.
to say to
Yeah.
businesses, be prepared. You know, the
Yeah,
Romans thought things were going well. They should have had insurance.
Okay, Marcus, we'll put
Exactly.
you on hold. Did he say Roman Empire or Roman Emperors?
Emperors, yeah,
Okay, great.
emperors.
Well, how do we divide this one up?
Well, I don't know anything about Roman emperors.
No, either do I.
I was going to say except Julius Caesar, but then I remember hearing at a lunch a couple of weeks ago there was more than one.
Yeah. But weren't they all?
I know more than one Caesar,
They're all
not more than
called-
one Julius.
Yes, yeah. A lot of them are called Caesar. I think that.
I think it's like actors. If your name's Jamie Foxx, bad luck, you can't have it.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx has already been an actor. Even if you're called Julius, you have to be like James the Caesar or something.
Yes,
They're all called Caesar.
They're all-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's got nothing to do with actors, though.
No, but I mean, like, even if your name was Julius and you became a Caesar, you'd have to change it. So there won't be 2 Julius Caesars. There'll just
yes.
be 2 Caesars.
Yes.
That's not going to be one of the questions.
It's still got nothing to do with actors.
Yeah, but I mean, like, actors have to change their names.
Why?
Well, because if my name's Harrison Ford and I become a big actor, I have to change it for the union.
No.
Oh, mate, 100%. You can't have the same name as another actor if you want to be in the union, if you want to get a job on a film.
Right.
That's why actors have to change their names all the time. I thought that was a well-known fact. No. That would be my topic for Song to Cram.
Yeah.
Things actors have to do if they have the same name as other actors.
You've got one question.
One question, but it's a
okay,
goodie.
we've diverted.
He's going to be expecting an answer now, Marcus. He thinks we've been talking about emperors the whole time.
Do we just go hell for leather? Or do
what about, I don't know. You do first half of the emperors.
Yep.
Because there would have, let's say there was 500 years of emperors.
Yep.
If you do first bit, I'll do last bit.
Okay. That's all right. We got this. Let's go back to Marcus.
Is that the smartest way to do it, though?
Marcus, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Marcus, we've nailed it.
Yeah, had a
we
good
spent
talk.
all that time
Just talking about Roman emperors.
Yeah.
Hey, Marcus, you've heard the fact before that if someone has the same name as a famous actor, like let's say Harrison Ford, there's like a 20-year-old Harrison Ford, and they want to become an actor as well, once they get into the Hollywood system with the unions, they've got to change their name.
Yeah.
Have you heard that before?
Probably. He said probably. No one says that. It's a different thing. Marcus, all right, we'll put you on hold. The song, Jack, how long does it go for?
3 to 4 minutes.
Oh, yeah. You go the usual.
I'm over here Googling actors with other names as actors.
It's a union thing.
Okay. Let's put that aside. Haim, let's get focused.
Roman
on the other side of
emperors.
this song, we'll see if Marcus gets three questions that can
I'm
trump
having
us
network
with
issues.
regards to
I'm having network issues. I always do. I should have started the computer.
Hamish and Andy.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
We are currently playing this.
Whoa, get ready, Song to Cram. Whoa, get ready, Song to Cram.
Pens down, mate. Pens down.
Pens are down.
Computer, put your laptop down.
computers. Sorry, because you said pens.
Yes, there was a term just to say stop.
Sorry. As soon as you said pens,
Yes.
I decided I would look for a pen.
Put your
and
laptop
it
down.
Me?
Yes. Okay.
We
So
do
Marcus-
that. We do that every week, and I never gain one scaring of extra information.
Marcus on 131060, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Marcus, you've given us a doozy of a topic for Song to Cram. You gave us Roman emperors. Andy and I have just furiously spent the last 4 minutes trying to learn everything we could about Roman emperors, and the first thing that leaps out at you from Wikipedia is, good God, there was a lot of them. There's a lot of dates, a lot of names, a lot of Latin flying around. We've both got headaches, and we both...
The problem, this is the most overwhelmed I've felt in Song to
I
Cram.
gave up in the first minute. I had network issues, and then by the end of the first minute, I felt like the barbarians facing a Roman army. I wanted to surrender.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was overwhelming. Extra credit there, Marcus?
No.
No, okay, Marcus, hit us with the first question, but I would be surprised if we get one
Andy and I
today.
we had a deal that we were going to split the emperors like half and half. We couldn't even find where to split it.
Yeah,
By the 2 minute mark, we were just yelling at stuff in here like, just get any facts you can. So we don't know who's swinging at which balls, but just throw one down.
Okay, so question one is, who waged war on Poseidon?
Who waged war on Poseidon?
Well, if you're going from the Batman comics, Poseidon, of course, being one of the nemesises of Aquaman, I'd have to say, Lex Luthor springs to mind.
Did you get any Poseidon knowledge at all?
Now, of course,
I didn't even
Marcus,
see...
Poseidon was an emperor.
No, Poseidon was the Roman god of water, and one of the emperors
went to
on
war
with
against
a god.
God.
Yes, with a god.
Yeah,
So
he walked down
so
to the beach
was there
and
any...
started stabbing the water.
I would say it needs to be one of the cockier emperors.
And it would have to... I reckon it's one of the earlier ones, Ham,
I
because they'll
think it
believe in that stuff.
sounds a lot like something Nero would have done.
Yeah.
Oh, very close. It was Caligula.
Caligula. Of course, Nero, unable to do it after he committed suicide.
Which he did.
Didn't he?
He did.
Yes,
He did,
okay,
Marcus.
okay.
If you just tuned in, 3 men who know about Roman emperors are having a talk.
Okay, second question, Marcus.
Okay, so the second question was, who was the last of the 5 good emperors?
Aha, of course.
The last of the 5.
Legitimacy is an interesting question when you're talking about Roman emperors because, of course, we had agreed upon emperors and then you had emperors of the East and West Empire.
Yeah.
Now, traditionally, the Western emperor was regarded as the emperor and only recognised the Eastern Caesar if they were legitimate.
Who was the last
But
of the
who
5?
was the last of the 5 is your question.
Was it Constantine 11? No.
No.
It wasn't. That's
Of
what I'm
course
saying.
not.
I'm saying
It
it
was
wasn't
11th
because
somewhere.
he was much later on the piece and wasn't part of the big 5. As
We
they
know
say.
Marcus Aurelius came later,
Yes.
don't we? Or do we?
Go, Marcus.
Marcus Aurelius.
Boys, you got it.
Yeah! We don't know that because we did know the other fact. Marcus, of course, you taking your name from Marcus Aurelius, who, of course, was co-emperor, rather controversially, with Lucius Versus.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, well done.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that guy died, and then Marcus.
We know, mate. We know.
Or me.
Okay.
We know.
Marcus, it's 1-1. I cannot believe this is like there's been some kind of fluke own goal from the other team.
I was playing Doggo.
Yeah.
Marcus Aurelius. I know a lot of stuff about that guy.
Okay.
But you've done him now, so don't ask another question. It'd be boring for the listeners.
Go for it.
Okay, so how was Julius Caesar killed?
Well,
Knife.
now this is... Wasn't he stabbed in the Senate?
Yeah, knife. Wasn't it Mark Anthony that came in and knifed him?
Mark Anthony? Jennifer Lopez's husband. He was knifed by a dancer in the Senate.
How's that, Marcus?
Well, you got it partly right.
It wasn't a dancer.
Was he knifed in the Senate?
He was knifed in the Senate.
Which is a painful place to be knifed.
Who knifed him?
36 senators.
36
Was
senators.
Mark Anthony in there?
No.
Count again. the theoretical 37th senator that historians...
The main one was Brutus.
Brutus is probably who we're thinking of.
Certainly who was
Who we are now against in the Cologne world.
cannot-
Of course, his quite famous fragrance, Brut, is dwarfed by Andy by Hamish.
Cannot believe we've won that. Marcus.
Do you know why I know he was knifed in the Senate? My brother had a comic T-shirt. My brother studied history at uni too, Marcus. And he had it was a nerdy T-shirt. I don't think you'd mind me saying that, but it had Caesar being stabbed in like cartoon form.
Yeah.
But the joke was in Latin. So it wasn't, I didn't get it, but I knew that, so I could see Caesar there in that cartoon. So my brother's listening. Thanks for wearing that hilarious T-shirt around the house.
Time to play this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Yes. Part of the week where our listeners ring up with a specialty subject, something that they are experts in. They know what's going on in that field, and they give us a subject. Hey, you and I then get one song to cram as much information as we can into our heads off the internet about that subject.
It's a skill we think we're good at, retaining information short term for no long term benefit.
Absolutely.
That's what our university days were built upon. And whilst not all of us graduated, it's still a skill we felt we did well at the time.
We've got to jump into a break here. We'll find out what that specialty subject is that we have to cram in one song straight after this.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
We're in this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
One song to cram as much info off the internet as we can about a specialist subject that comes in from Jason. Ahoy to you, Jace.
Ahoy, boys. How are you?
Very good, Jason. Now, have you wanted to call up before for this segment, or hearing it for the first time?
I have wanted to call up before, yes.
Right.
Have you always wanted to call up with this topic?
Yes.
Okay.
Good man. So it's right in your wheelhouse.
Okay, lay it on us, Jace. What's our specialist topic today?
Okay. The Weber Kettle Barbecue.
The Weber
the kettle barbecue. Yes. Okay. Interesting.
Do you own one, Jace?
I own a few, yes.
Are you a sales rep for them?
No.
Just checking.
Just checking. We thought you might have been a very clever way
we
of
could have
sneaking
someone
your-
ringing up going, my specialty topic is the delicious taste of Johnny Walker Black.
Yes. What price? What competitive price?
What 7 smooth flavours can you find in the reasonably priced blended malt?
Jason, you just jump on hold for 1 second here. We have to do it, actually. You got no choice.
Yeah, Jason, just press the button on your phone that puts you on hold. Good boy.
And hey, let's have a
The
chat about
Weber
this.
Kettle Barbecue. Now, Andy, are we talking wood chip here? Are we
Yeah.
talking wood chip / coal?
Yep.
Now, I've had a Weber before.
Yes.
You were at that party.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Well,
The party was okay, but
I didn't know how long it takes to heat up the coal. Is that that was the one year I decided to go no gas?
yes, you
Is that what we're talking? This is not a gas barbecue.
I'm pretty sure.
Can you get a gas kettle barbecue?
I don't think so.
So yeah, so the kettle is a type of
Yes, that drum type one.
Yeah, right. Okay, okay.
I think so, but we'll have to find this out. My point is, Ham, do we want to have one of us go like what it's made of, what it is, and the other one is about its function, its cooking, etc.
Oh, it's hard to split this one down the middle, isn't it?
But
Why don't I go legs and you go everything? You go barbecue features.
No, my point is, why don't you just go all the barbecue features and I go about the cooking? Like,
What could you cook on it?
well, just like how long
Fish.
it takes.
Chicken, beef, sausages.
Instructional how to use it versus the materials.
Okay, so yeah, you're the how to use it. You're the how, I'm the what.
Yes.
And what it is, you're how you use it.
Okay, great. Jason comes back now. Jason, you there?
Yes.
We think we've got it covered
We
from
know how to
both
split
angles. Good luck thinking of 3 questions. Make them tough, and we'll see you on the other side of this song.
Sounds good.
Cheers, bud.
Thanks, Jason.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
Whack that lid down.
The barbecue lid?
No, the computer lid,
my laptop lid.
Laptop. You're still looking at it.
Yes, sorry. That's the weirdest thing because we're researching barbecues. I thought you wanted me to put my barbecue lid down.
No.
But of course, do not
You're
have
still-
a barbecue
you're still
in
looking
here.
at- You're still looking on. You're still cheating. You're cheating.
Premium kettle rubber. Okay.
And turn your piece of paper over that you've written notes on.
Yes, miss.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Jace,
Yes.
Ahoy, Jace.
you come to us the subject of the Weber kettle barbecue. You think you know everything about them. You probably do. Hamish and I used that last song, that R&B banger.
That was tough.
To try and bring in as much information online into our brains. And it's your chance to fire questions at us.
Now, it's tough, Jace. I'll tell you why, because, last week you look at Roman emperors, for example, was our topic. That has a Wikipedia page that's full of the kind of information you might be asked on an exam. Not often, and I think this is a failing of the education system, but not often do you sit an exam for the wonderful Weber kettle barbecue range.
Yes.
So it was hard to know where to study. I found
Jason-
myself on several barbecue retail web pages.
Yes.
Trying to hoover up info.
And knowing Hamish, I wouldn't be surprised if he's purchased one by the end.
I clicked through to a few deals, and I'm an interested future customer. I think I might go non-gas again.
Jason,
Fantastic.
what's the first question?
Okay, what was the original Weber kettle barbecue made out of? It was actually made out of as something else first.
Yes, it was.
Now, of course, current ones you'll often find porcelain-coated steel.
Yes, this was made by Stephen George in 1952 in the Chicago region.
Andy,
because
what are
he
you
was
doing?
working at a machinist place.
Good.
And they,
Small stumble, but keep going.
and they used...
What's the kettle made out of? Iron.
Sorry, not material.
Oh.
What was it originally? It was actually something else.
Okay, I thought
It was
you
a
were
land mine, an ocean mine.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It was...
I was just saying that's the example of the kind of thing you could yell out as the answer, but not the answer we're giving.
It was a car hood.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Hamish was onto it. He was close. It was an ocean buoy.
Trust your Blakes.
Well, you just had a guess. So
Trust
did
your
I.
Blake. When you've got a Blake on the team, trust that
I think
Blake.
I used a lot of my facts while chatting about
For the
it.
run-up, yeah. Yeah.
Run-up. Bad news for us, I reckon. But Jason, question 2.
Good news for you because you actually answered the second question, which is in what decade was the first Weber kettle?
Now, a lot of people think the 40s, but in fact is
1952, which is the 50s.
Very good.
Yeah. Good work knowing the 52s and the 50s.
Yes. Great news.
You love these body barbecues, don't you, Jace?
I am impartial, yes.
Yep.
I think you mean you're partial.
Yeah, but that's that was in the States there, Jason. We're 1-1 at the moment.
Yep.
Go into the difficult third question with regards to Weber kettle barbecues.
And if you need to speak specifically about the range and what's the different features as you go up in the range that someone might have learned if they'd spent a lot of minutes on the Barbecues Galore website, hit that area too if you want it.
Okay, well, this question is,
Yeah.
name 3 of the 4 American cities the Weber kettle was manufactured in. And as a hint, they were all in Illinois.
Yes, of course. Unnecessary hint. That was my next question. Well, we all know...
Chicago was the first one.
We certainly know Chicago.
Yes?
Yep.
We all know that the best version in the kettle range is the Weber Ranch, retailing at $2,299, can cook a roast lamb in just under 2 hours.
Yes.
So
We all know that.
We all know that. So due to its name being the ranch, you would suggest that it was come from a ranch-like area.
Yeah.
Over to you, Ander.
Well, what are other cities in Illinois?
Oh, where do I begin? You got
I don't-
Springfield?
There's just one?
Springfield, Illinois, Jace?
No.
We're out. We're completely out.
Well, I mean, name your other favourite Illinoisan cities.
I have no idea.
Go on, Jay Slade on us.
How Illinois?
Right. They started in Chicago.
Yep.
They then went to Wooddale.
Yep.
I mean, come on, you haven't heard of Wooddale? Really?
We haven't, Jason, but keep going as you drive more salt into this wound. Was that the second easiest? What's the next one?
The third one was Arlington Heights.
I got the feeling you wouldn't have given us just plain Arlington either.
Yep.
You know what, I would have.
Yep.
And the fourth one, where they're currently being made now, is Palatine.
Interesting. Did you know that the difference between the Weber Kettle Compact and the Weber Kettle Original is stronger handles and a better removable ashtray?
Jason would have known that.
Yes, I do that. I do know that one.
Yes, so do I.
And the grill's 57 centimetres.
I can tell you quite a lot about the Kettle Ranch. The biggest barbecue for you if you're looking for a way to feed a big family or really get a bit of income at your footy club fundraiser.
Sizzling loss.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
We'll be given one song to cram, a topic that Michael doesn't need cramming on because he knows everything about.
He's a pro. Ahoy, Mike.
Hey, mate, how are you?
Hey, mate, pretty good.
Happy birthday, Andy.
No need. Michael, what is the topic today for Song to Cram?
Ned Kelly and the Kelly Gang.
Oh, good one. Real good.
I don't know a lot about it, but I'm interested in it.
I'm looking forward to my upcoming 3-minute cram session to learn a lot more about Australia's most famous bushranger.
More excited than when we got Roman emperors, that's for sure.
What was the most boring one we ever had? Oh, that band.
The Weber.
Oh, no, that band.
We got an obscure band one time, Michael. We changed the rules after that.
Yeah.
It has to be something everyone would be interested to know about.
Yes.
You could argue a portion of the population would be interested to know about Ned Kelly.
I think so. Passes. Let's put Michael on hold, Ham, and so you and I can discuss strategy.
Well, how do we divide this in half? Ned Kelly and the Kelly Gang.
Do you want to do Kelly? I'll do the gang.
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be what he might be hinting at there.
There's going to be a lot of...
What date?
There's going to be a lot of dates.
Did Ralph Kelly
join
the gang?
Okay, let's learn their actual names. Now you might, when you throw a lot of
You're not going to think Ralph Kelly's in the gang. What colour was Paul Kelly's membership card? And what year did he leave to go and do music?
Well, I reckon there'll be a lot of Last Stand stuff because that was big.
No, but he might go, what were some of their other smaller crimes? Carjackings and stuff.
Do it as
Kelly and the I'll go Ned Kelly, you go the gang.
Okay.
But then there's going to be questions where they're all there together, and that's a free for all.
Okay. Michael, we got Michael back.
Michael, we're feeling very good about this.
Yep.
Okay.
So you think of 3 questions. We'll see you on the other side of this song, and we'll see if we can get those questions right.
Sounds great. Look forward to it.
A teaspoon's up for grabs for you, Michael.
Good luck, Mike. See you soon.
Cheers, boys.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
We've got to put our computer lids down.
You want to put my lid down?
I would like you to put your lid down.
That's weird. I thought you were telling me you wanted to put my lid down.
Well, I do want to put your lid down, but you're closer to it.
And I will do it now.
All that time each week.
We do it every week.
Yeah.
I get another 15 to 20 seconds.
Do you reckon you use it, though?
I got one fact then.
Okay, good. The game, of course, is...
Song to Cram, Ando.
Song to Cram.
And the...
Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
This is the song.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
We were going to press on because we knew Jack didn't have it ready.
I was padding for you, Jack. But here's how it works. If you've just tuned in, we have one song to try and learn everything we can about a specialty topic. Today's topic was given to us by Michael. He's still on the line. Michael, the topic is Ned Kelly and the Kelly Gang. Ando and I have just spent that song furiously reading a Wikipedia page.
Yes.
God, I feel like I've done a full day's work. That was a lot of information I tried to take in. My head's spinning. Tell you what, it was tough old times living in the 1800s.
I'm not saying a lot because I've got a few facts that I'm repeating in my own head that I'm hoping come up in the question. So, Michael, give us question number 1.
Okay. Ned wrote his famous manifesto, which was sort of like an explanation that he sent to the newspapers to be better understood.
Yes.
Yeah.
What town is it named after?
Well, obviously we know Ned wrote it by hand. So that rules out immediately any town that's overrun with typewriters. It was named after one of the areas where you'd think possibly Mansfield, but you'd be incorrect because that's just where the police officers were dispatched from for his last stand. It's named after Stringy Creek.
That's your answer?
That's the answer.
Yeah.
No, it's the Jerilderie letter.
Jerilderie.
Oh, of course, the Stringy Creek poem.
And it starts with a J, doesn't it?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
J.
Jeril.
Sorry, Michael, just doing the traditional try and make it sound like
I
we
just remember seeing a word that I couldn't pronounce that started with J when I was
would have been it.
flipping through the video.
So that's a missed goal by you.
Yeah, it's a missed goal by me. Michael, question 2.
All right, we'll go with a bit of an easier one.
That was really easy.
What year was Ned born?
Well, I know the year he's died, which is the opposite of what you're asking. But because the year he was born in December.
Yeah. Now, would have been after. It would have been after his parents were born.
Yes, it was. It certainly was. It was 1854.
It was.
Yes!
Same year as Oscar Wilde.
Yep. That's what I was about to say. For extra credit.
Keep jumping in.
And some 46 years before legendary cricket player Bill Ponsford.
Bill
Ponsford, who was born in 1900. Honour the nose. But we're not here to show off what we know.
About Bill Ponsford. We're here to talk more about Ned Kelly and his gang. Third question, it's at 1-1.
All right. Before he was hanged, what were the famous last words spoken by Ned's mother?
Oh no!
He started cheering.
I started celebrating early.
It wasn't hang me straight, you bastard.
Thought you might.
Well, we all know that he was hanged
by the neck
at the old Melbourne jail.
Yep.
In the year 1880.
Yes. He was not permitted to leave
after doing time. In
airball.
1871.
I am airballing today.
And 1878.
The visitor list from the night before was nil. He was not allowed any visitors.
His famous words were such as life at the end, but his mum said, "I hope it's a thin rope."
Hang him with cotton, you mongrels. No, he. I think it was something like, "That's me boy."
I just want to know you're looking after yourself.
Yeah. Have you got a hanky?
No, that's an Nescafe ad. I don't know.
Michael, we're going to submit That's Me Boy.
That's Me Boy. That's Me Boy.
That's Me Boy. Unfortunately, it was Mind You Die Like a Kelly.
Mind You Die Like a Kelly.
Like Die Like a Kelly.
Yep.
With honour, I suppose, or just...
How many of the other Kellys had been hanged? I don't think any. No. That's a loss to us. A win to you, Michael.
Well done, Michael.
Got yourself a teaspoon. A terrific topic.
You know a lot about
the
Kellys and the Kelly gang. Do you have any Ned Kelly memorabilia you might put your collectible Hamish and Andy teaspoon next to?
No, but the teaspoon will definitely take pride of place on the mantle, mate.
It could be a teaspoon from Glenrowan where he died. It's Hamish Andy Fri. He didn't even die there.
He didn't die there. He was arrested there.
He got captured, yeah.
And he shot some 3 to 6 policemen.
And we're doing this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
A good person of the People's Show called Michael is called up. He's got a specialist subject that he's about to lay upon Hamish and I. And it'll be our job to see if we can cram in as much info about that subject within one song using Google.
Can we be specialists in about 3 minutes?
Yep.
This is always the really nerve-wracking moment for us, Anna, before we find out the topic. Mike, ahoy.
Hey, how's it going? Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy, bud.
Ahoy.
Michael, this is the last time we'll play this game for a few weeks because we're about to go on the radio break.
We'd love to sail out of here for the next couple of weeks riding high off a win, but we understand our difficult quizmaster Michael stands in the way of us. What is your specialist subject, Mike?
Subject today is Shania Twain.
Ooh, Shania Twain. That don't impress me much.
I was going to say, man, I feel like a woman. Is that...
I'm not sure if either of them, but
we might have accidentally got Sheryl Crow. That's the biggest problem heading into any Shania Twain quiz, is you can accidentally misstep into Crow territory very easily.
Let's put Michael on hold. Hamer, how do we go about
We got
dividing up.
music and personal life, I think.
Music and personal life. Okay.
What the question there is, where do awards fall? Is that business? Is that personal? Is it a mix of both?
I think it's in music.
Okay, so we got music. So we got songs, probably songs when they're released, who they're with, what album they're on.
Songs, albums, awards. Bang.
One category. Personal life.
Personal life on the other side.
Stats, spouses, feuds, spats.
Yes, that's spats. Age.
Stats, spats, and regrets, which is the name of her autobiography.
So, Haim, that isn't, by the way, but which one do you want?
I think I'll take personal.
Okay. Michael, we can bring
unless you want.
No, it's totally fine. I think they're both difficult.
You'll enjoy learning a lot more about.
Michael, are you there, Mike?
Yeah, I'm here.
We know how we're going to divide up the topic.
Yeah, we're pretty confident here, Mike.
You can think of the 3 hardest questions you've got about Shania Twain. In fact, actually, give us a sporting chance. And on the other side of this song, how long's the song, Jack?
3:17.
In 3 minutes and 17 seconds, Michael, we'll meet you back here to see if you triumph or we triumph with regards to Shania Twain. See you soon, bud.
Sounds good, boys.
Pants on Friday, Hamish and Andy.
I've got log on, which is an advantage. Normally I have network issues. Let's go. Let's study.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
I certainly used the entire fade out of that song to get my last cramming in. Hamish, close your computer.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said, Hamish, close your computer.
Sorry. That's a very clear comment.
Yes, an instruction.
Oh, sorry, yes. I thought you were talking to Jack. Then I realised you said, Hamish, closing it now.
He's still looking at his computer. Michael, he's cheating.
No,
Michael, he's busy cheating.
No one likes to snitch, Andy. We're in it together. Sorry, Michael. I didn't know Andy was talking to me. Sometimes he calls other people Hamish. I know that now that he was talking to me, and I have closed my computer.
Michael.
All good.
Yep.
God, there's a lot to learn about Shania Twain. I'll tell you that off the top, Michael.
Yep.
You didn't look up Sheryl Crow by accident?
No,
but I was singing a few of Cheryl's songs in my head by accident. What a career. What a career Shania's had.
Well done, Shania.
I've just had a real education.
Of course, we're playing this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
This is where Michael's come to the show with the topic of Shania Twain. Hamish and I had one song to cram as much info about her and her career as possible. And here comes the difficult part where Michael will give us the questions. Do we know as much about Shania Twain as Michael does? We've only had 3 minutes to learn it. Good luck, Michael.
Okay.
Question 1.
Question 1. Which town in Canada named a street after Shania Twain?
Great news. That's in personal, and we divided it with music and personal.
Well,
so
can you not celebrate, Ander? Because you maybe think you had the answer. Now we all know.
No, I was celebrating. It wasn't my area.
I know what you're doing.
Yes.
It's not a team. Yes. It's not a team move. It's like everyone's celebrating that they don't have to do the kick after the siren to win the game. You still need the goal. Mike, we obviously know Shania is Canadian.
Yes,
inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame 2011, if I'm not mistaken. But your question is, what town? Now, it's probably her hometown.
Yep,
could be.
Starts with a T. Now, do you want to finish the sentence here, or do you want me to finish the name of the town?
Do you want me to jump in? Because I thought, Ontario came up as...
That is what the city she was born in.
Yeah.
But the town within Ontario starts with a T. And if you want more, I can give it to you, Mike, but I think I've been more than fair.
No, I think he probably wants more, Michael.
Probably just a few more letters.
Yeah. You got this.
Timney.
Tinmey, Ontario.
Timney. Timney?
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 Yep.
Timney.
Timney.
Timney?
No, what do you say? What's the answer?
Okay, Timney. We're locking in Timney.
We're locking what I'm saying, which is 2.
Right, okay, so it's Timmins.
No, we can't give it to you.
What did I say?
You said Timney.
No, that's what you heard. I was saying Timmins.
And then what you also did was mumble so much to try and collect
playing a wild card.
To try and collect a lot of
Timmins.
Yeah, okay. Anyway,
Timmins.
No.
Close.
Michael, question 2. Ham, bad luck, close. That was really good.
Yeah. Okay, question 2. Who discovered Shania and then later on ended up marrying her?
Well, you've asked another personal question, Mike. Now, initially, a radio DJ discovered her, but that's not really who you're thinking about, because after she went to Nashville, of course, this would be the late 80s, tried to lay a few demos down. Remember, she's just a kid of 19.
Yep.
She really had to try hard to impress the music producers she found down in Nashville. They couldn't believe such a big voice was coming out of a 19-year-old.
believe you're talking about Robert Mutt Lang.
Correct.
Boom! 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 Woohoo! All right, we're back. 1-1.
Well done, Blake.
She was married to him for 17 wonderful years.
There's a different style to your padding when you know the answer.
It's more of a victory lap.
It's more of a huge run up.
It's like that guy on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire that called his dad on the $1 million question just to tell him he was going to win $1 million.
Michael, it's 1-1 here.
Yep. All right. Last question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's a Shania Twain album that the statistic was that 1 in every 4 households owned this album at one point.
Yes.
Would it be The Woman in Me? We definitely know it wouldn't have been the album she released with her band Flirt, which was a cover band in the 80s.
Haim, is this personal or is this music?
I'm just letting you know, Andy, she was in a band called Flirt in the 80s, and I don't think it would be one of their albums.
So the 80s, that was like some 10 or so years before she was awarded in 1999 Performer of the Year. And I'll tell you what, she's had 5 albums.
You know a lot of facts there.
She's had 5 albums. Shania Twain was a self-titled one when she kicked things off.
Sure.
But it didn't get good for her until 1997.
What happened then?
That's when she had a hit album with like the ones that don't impress me much.
Yeah. What was the name of that
Man,
album?
I Feel Like a Woman, and Come On Up was the name of the album.
Come On Over.
Come On Over, is it? You sure?
I think it's Come On Over.
Okay, Come On Over.
That's correct.
Yeah!
I was enjoying your victory lap, but you forgot to cross the line properly.
What a wobble at the end. I'd run 41.9 kilometres and then
I've won it. I'm going to stand here on the finish line and do a dance. Just look at Andy. There is another runner behind you.
Michael, thank you. I think you gave us a sporting chance there. But,
you did. I mean, I felt like I said our hometown. Phone line issues. If you didn't hear it, I believe you. Mate, God, we learned a lot about Shania Twain.
Yeah.
A Long Shot was the name of her other cover band in the 80s too.
What was that?
Flirt and Long Shot were the two bands she
Oh, Long
played
Shot
with.
was. I thought you were saying a long shot was...
It would be a long shot to try and get in the Hall of Fame playing in a cover band unless he cool wasn't the front man.
She also released an album this year.
Well, we finished the game, Anders, so we don't need to keep doing Shania Twain facts all day.
You started it. We're in the middle of this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Song to Cram, Ando, the segment that tests our ability to cram as much information into our heads on a specialist topic as we can for the duration of one song. It's a skill we think we're okay at. We're not good at knowing stuff.
No way.
But we might be good at pretending we know stuff if given about 3 minutes to Google it and cram stuff into our
With
heads.
a short amount of notice.
But what stuff do we say, what topic do we want to know stuff about?
It's us pitted against a brainiac of the people show. Maddie is today's brains. What is the topic, Maddie, that you know everything about?
Hi, guys. My topic is ostriches.
Ostriches. Haven't had a flightless bird as a topic yet.
Yeah, exactly.
I might have already given away one of the facts. I've actually 2 of the facts. Flightless and a bird.
Maddie, what is it about ostriches that drew you to them?
Well, when I was younger, I actually lived on an ostrich farm for about 5 to 6 years. My dad was a manager.
That would have been the 80s, was it? Or late early 90s, because that's when ostrich
No,
farms...
I'm only 18.
Oh, really? Because
Only 18. Okay,
ostrich
Maddie.
farming was very,
It was like a
huge.
pyramid scam.
Yeah, everyone was doing it in the late 80s,
Now,
early 90s.
We're not having a go at your dad at all here,
Yeah.
but the common sell you get with the ostrich was... Geez, you can use all parts of the ostrich, much like coconuts today.
Yeah.
If anyone was listening last hour for Guy Sebastian's Coconut Love, that was the idea for with ostriches. You use the feathers, the meat, the eggs.
Don't give away your facts, Sam.
We know they've got feathers, meat, and eggs. How would they reproduce? But
all I'm saying
Maddie,
is Maddie may be having questions within that realm.
But I'm interested. I've never spoken to anyone from the ostrich farming community. Did it indeed make as much money as was alleged, or, and I hope I'm not digging up any scars here, was it not all it was cracked up to be?
Well, I don't know. I was only really young, but I loved living there. Like, it was an absolute dream. And
It's a lifestyle
we never had
choice.
any-
The money doesn't matter. It's a lifestyle choice.
Well, you look at the ads
Maddie,
and they were certainly pinning a lot on the money.
Maddie, we will go to a song now. You've got to think of 3 questions, okay, with regards to ostriches.
Now,
we'll cram as much as we can.
We usually say like university level questions, which is more applicable if we were doing like the Roman Empire or something.
Yeah.
But I suppose a university level question about an ostrich, you could still have that.
Absolutely. Maddie, you think of those. We'll go to a song. We've got, about 3 minutes to cram?
Here we go.
Back on the other side of this.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
Haim, close your laptop. Close the laptop.
Close it down. I just press this button, turn it off.
No, you haven't turned it off. I can see in the reflection of the screen.
Bloody button.
Just stop looking at the computer. You're
I'm
cheating.
just seeing why the button's not working.
You're cheating. Okay.
Closing the lid down.
Okay, we are in the middle of this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Maddie is the
Hello.
one. Hello, you are the one that has put forth the subject of ostriches today. No. Hamish and I had a quick chat before just the song began because we realised we hadn't divvied up the areas that we should be researching. In this game, we only have one song to cram as much information about a certain topic.
We like to usually kind of like half the topic. We just panicked and just yelled at each other, just general research.
Yes.
During the general research, another yell rang out.
Don't tell her because she may then...
But we kind of divvied it up.
Yep.
We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go, Maddie. I think I'm ready. I've learned some great ostrich facts. Let's see if they pop up in the test.
Maddie,
Okay.
fire away.
All right, so my first question is, what is a male ostrich called?
Oh. Sure you don't want to know about their unique pubic bone? Which, of course, the male ostrich would have. No, the male ostrich...
is a cock.
He's a big
It
cock.
is.
He's a big cock. Yeah, Danny, you got it. Big old cock. Yes, he is because he's a bird, like a chicken.
And I
the
know,
hen.
and I know how they mate. I was looking at
So
that.
do I, big guy. And it's very romantic.
Yes, but yes, we know that he'll flutter out his feathers, similar to a peacock.
Let's not give away too many extra facts.
Okay, sorry. Maddie, question 2.
Okay, is the ostrich's brain smaller than its eye?
Well, Maddie, you raise an interesting question.
Oh yes, he's smug. This is good.
Because you've highlighted 2 parts of the ostrich there, the brain and the eye, both found in the head of the ostrich.
Oh, well done.
Which can be found right up at the top of the neck, sometimes almost 2.8 metres into the air.
Yes, that's how long a neck can be.
So would you really want to put a big old brain up there and have your head wobbling around to put extra stress on your neck? I wouldn't think so, because the ostrich has the largest eyes of any bird proportionate to its head, so it can see predators, of course, from a long way away.
Those predators may be lions, jackals.
Depending on if it's a Maasai ostrich or one of the other varieties of ostrich. Maddie, of course it doesn't. The brain is smaller than the eye.
That's right.
I know.
Maddie, just for a clean sweep for us.
Ostrich champion!
Just for a clean sweep, what was the 3rd question?
Okay. How many stomachs does an ostrich have?
Damn
and
it.
Name them.
No. One question, Maddie. Well, sorry, I thought you said how many tail feathers does an ostrich have? 50 to 60. Everyone knows
Yes.
that.
I thought you said, can they go without water for several days? And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, I thought you said, do they have a fused pubic bone, which I've already covered. Yes, they have a fused
I thought you
pubic
said,
bone.
what age are they sexually active? That's 2 years onwards.
Yeah, right. I thought you said how many main types of ostrich there are. 4.
Yes.
North American, South American, Arabian, and Maasai.
Sorry,
what did you say?
I thought you said, do they swallow pebbles to help them digest? And the answer is, of course, yes. It creates a bolus.
I thought you said, do they perform their feces and urine separately? Yeah, they do, which is unlike most birds. Yeah. Right, sorry, what did you say? How many stomachs do they have? 3.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it was a guess. It was absolutely a guess. It was absolutely a guess.
How could I have guessed 3, Ando? What do you think? I just thought of cow and took one off? I deliberately ignored the second part of your question, Maddie, which was name them. I won't. I'll take the clean sweep.
Maddie, thanks very much for playing. Time to do this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Hamish, you and I weren't very good at our studies.
We gave it our best, though, Ando.
But we didn't.
That's sorry.
That's not true. That's not true
We
at all.
lied a lot, which is what I just did. We lied a lot to our teachers about how
And
hard
parents.
we'd worked.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, just slipped right back into the old MO.
No, we didn't give it by our best.
No, we didn't.
And by definition, we were undercooked heading into any exam.
We gave it our worst, though, Ando.
Hence, we would skip reading time at university or any exam and sit in the car park and try and cram a whole subject worth of information into our heads before walking in and doing the exam.
Why would you waste 15 minutes reading the exam when you could spend 15 minutes learning the subject? Especially if that 15 minutes represented 100% of your contact hours with the subject that semester.
And we passed a lot. So that's why we think we've got this ability. We don't retain the information. We don't advise people do it this way.
We squeaked through.
But we squeaked through. And that's why we've got a game.
No, I'm lying. I didn't. I did not make it.
You didn't make it, but
Well,
I did.
squeaked through a few subjects, and that's something no one can ever take away from me. Again, I'm lying. They could. I'm sure they can retract passes.
131060 is the number. Daniel, ahoy to you, Daniel.
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy, Dan.
That was the backstory for why we play this game, Song to Cram. Hamish and I feel like we can learn any subject very quickly.
We
What
like
subject?
we like the thrill of a high pressure study. What's your specialist area, Daniel?
It's the game League of Legends.
Ooh. Big one in the esports arena, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's like a Dungeons and Dragons type game, isn't it?
Well, don't use all your facts, Sandro.
Yeah.
No, it's like there's a bunch of legends and they play in this league.
So it's like a quest game where you go around and you bash up trolls and stuff.
You more fight each other and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, okay, cool.
And
I
you've
just
all
wanted to
got-
let
yeah.
everyone know what we're
So it's like an online game that everyone plays, and you sit at home and you might be an elf, and someone else might be a warlock, and do you play together or you can play against each other?
Yeah, something like that.
Right, and
we're trying here, Dan.
Okay, well, Daniel,
So League of Legends.
We're about to learn a lot more about it.
Dan, are you a big player yourself?
Yeah, I've probably played for about 6 or 7 years.
Jeez,
Good
okay.
stuff.
Do you play in tournaments and stuff?
I'm not that good, I wish.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Daniel, we'll put you on hold.
Funny.
We'll put you on hold for a second. Haim, you and I've got to work out how we divvy up. This is going to be impossible, mate.
League of We're sorry about that here.
This is
We
gonna be
already
impossible.
sounded to Daniel in the course of our questions to him. We already sound like we're about 80 to him.
Yeah.
Well,
why
don't I take League, you take Legends?
I'm not sure if that's the thing. My guess is there's going to be worlds. Do you want to learn
No.
about...
I reckon it'll be characters within the game. It should be one half of what you learn, and then gameplay and rules and what happens in the game.
Do you want rules or characters?
I'll take characters.
Characters and worlds, yours, and I'll go for rules.
You can go rules, moves, strategy, and general gameplay.
Daniel,
Don't even know what it is.
Daniel, are you there?
Yep.
Yeah,
we
we got this.
we
We've
think-
nailed it.
I think we've divvied it up perfectly.
Unlocked how to do it perfectly. So anyway, you think of 3 hard questions. We'll see on the other side of this song. He doesn't even have his computer.
I
yet.
didn't bring my computer today, Dan. Going off my phone, mate. I'll be all right.
How long's the song, Jacko?
3 minutes, 15 seconds.
Okay,
Here
3
we go.
minutes.
We don't normally play on a Monday.
We'll see you in 3 minutes 15, Dan.
League of Legends.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
Put your laptop down, please.
But I don't have my laptop here.
Put Sam's laptop down.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
put
'cause
your
you
lid
said-
down because we're playing Song to Cram.
I thought you said, but your laptop down.
Close the lid.
Oh, the Sam's.
Close the lid.
Sorry. It always helps. It always helps that 20 seconds.
We're doing
Whoa, get ready, Song to Cram. Whoa, get ready, Song to Cram.
Daniel joins us. Daniel on 131060.
Daniel, we asked people to call up with a specialist topic. We then have one song to try and learn everything we can about the specialist topic. Yours is the online game League of Legends.
Yes.
Now, League of Legends is a game that's been around for a while. You yourself are a big fan of it. You're a good player.
Yep.
Hey, Dan, can we just chuck you on hold again for 1 sec, mate? We're going to be right back with you in just a tick. Just when you talk quickly so you can't hear us.
Oh, mate.
Mate, I didn't get anything. It's just gone in. I mean, of all our big chat about how we're so good at cram, and you should have seen this at uni. We were just in the car park being
Yeah, but
geniuses.
it just seems...
Mate, it was going in my eyes, hitting my brain, and just bouncing back out, hitting the page again, and dribbling down the computer. I didn't take a single thing in.
Well,
what is this thing about? Mate, League of Legends is so complicated. None of them are real words.
It's more complicated than I thought it was.
Even if it was another language, we'd be like, all right, I think I've heard that word before, but it's all. I mean, all right.
Hey, I'm with you.
I don't want Daniel to hear this, obviously, because I pretend to be confident.
Hey, Daniel.
Yep.
Daniel,
Sorry, mate, just had to
what
tie
is-
up our shoelace quickly. Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Daniel, first question.
First question. What does MOBA stand for?
MOBA. MOBA.
Yes.
Have we answered enough already? Would you like to know what it stands for?
I would like to know what it stands for, please.
It is the Magical Order of
You're making this up.
Brainy. Oh, yeah, I am making it up. I thought you were going to jump in. Did you read it?
No, I didn't read a MOBA.
It's a governing.
But I would say-
It's a governing body of some type, aren't I? Am I right, Daniel?
No. It's the kind of game it is.
I would say
It is a MOBA. But what does MOBA stand for?
I would say it's multiple.
Yeah.
It'd be a multi-game play, so multiple.
Online.
Multiple online.
Bro. Nah, basically multiple online
Don't know
bitch and adventure.
Yeah. Daniel?
It's a multiplayer online battle arena.
Battle Arena.
Half points.
Okay, Dan. Okay, what's the next one, mate?
The next one is, what is the name of the map you play on?
Oh. You mean the whole world?
No, not the whole world, the map. There's a main map that you play on in the 5v5 version of the game.
You're not
the
thinking of
Summoner's Rift.
Yes, it is Summoner's
One of my favourite rifts. Yeah, sorry, I thought you meant Runeterra, the whole world.
Yes. As opposed, that's a 5-on-5 game player opposed to the 3-on-3 game.
Yes.
Player.
Yes,
which
of
is the
course.
Twisted Tree Line. Of course.
Right. You wouldn't go over to any of the. You wouldn't go over
and
to
that's defined by one less tower turret and one less inhibitor from memory.
Slow down, boy. We got one more question. Don't burn all your answers.
Oh, done it. I'm out.
Sorry, Daniel. Andy thinks he's some sort of time sage.
So I'll make this one harder then.
Okay, don't. Okay, good luck.
All right, name 2 of the character classes that you can play.
No.
You're the character guy. You were the character.
I already answered.
No, we
Yes.
discussed this. You were in charge of characters and I was in charge of gameplay.
You can be a summoner.
No.
No.
No, you can be. I wouldn't. So I'm playing. So here I go.
What? All you're in charge of is characters. Did you look at one character?
Yep.
What?
You're
Name
all
a
different
character.
types of legends, right? And you come from many, many different places. So I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, there's the specific roles you play within the game.
That's right, Daniel. As characters.
How many? What are we trying to do? Name 2.
Iona is a Greek-themed island. That's all I got.
So Daniel, what was the question?
Yeah, just name 2
Name
characters.
2 of the character classes that you can play.
A herald.
Wizard?
A herald is one.
No.
Damn it! No.
She's just genuine. You're listening to some guys that don't play League of Legends, trying to pretend they know about. Nate, give us some character classes.
Like jungler, your marksman, assassins, mage.
What did you
Support.
do? What did you do during
Mate,
this?
I don't know. I read a lot about a place called Runeterra, and I don't even know what that is because I thought that was the map.
That's part of the lore of the game.
I read about the lore.
That's not. Daniel, you are the victor. Teaspoon for you, sir. And I guess you can celebrate amongst your mates. Go online and tell your pals that you
Go
got 'em.
online
Well,
and...
you can come watch us on KillerSquad.net. We play online and
Oh, is that you guys? I've been watching that all weekend.
I won't. I just won't, Daniel.
He will, Dan. Thank you, mate.
People can be the judge. Before we do that, we're doing this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Song to Cram, Ando, the segment where we put to use the only skill we believe we picked up at university, which is the ability to, in a panicked state, squash information into our head in a very short period of time.
To regurgitate it.
Only to be retained for a few minutes before being discarded for good. To practice this, we have someone ring up that has knowledge in a specialty area. They give us the topic. We then have one song to open our computers up and learn everything we can. We'll then be quizzed after this next song.
D, ahoy to you.
Ahoy, boy.
Ahoy,
D, what
D.
is your specialist
Happy birthday, Andy.
No need.
He loves
What is
it.
your specialist subject?
It's the Titanic, the ships.
Oh,
Right, not the film, but I suppose that would have to include the film.
Yeah.
But
Look, I saw the film probably about 70 times already, but it is the ship.
Not the Thai restaurant.
No.
no.
Or maybe.
No.
What's the number 17? Lemongrass chicken.
Nasi goreng. D, we'll put you on hold.
Not at a Thai restaurant.
Um,
I must correct you.
what's the nasi goreng? What's that?
I believe it's Malaysian.
Malaysian, is it really? Okay.
Perhaps Singaporean. But definitely not at a Thai.
Not Thai. Good to know.
We've wasted a lot of our time having Dee on hold discussing the origins of a Nazi goreng. But I would love it, though, if her question was, what was the Asian dish served on the last night of the Titanic? It was the Nazi.
Anyway, back to this. The Titanic.
Okay.
Do you want,
You know what it might be? You're going to have boat stats like width, girth, weight.
Yep.
Boat
stats, travel stats, like voyage.
Voyage. I was like, so what about boat facts, people facts? Because there might be a lot of facts about the people on board.
Oh, gee, that's tough. Okay,
Jack groaned.
But
sorry, mate, I'm just trying.
How about boat facts, dates and trips?
I'll take Titanic dates and trips. Trip. One trip. As you count the one from Ireland before it's set off.
Yes, true.
So dates and people.
Dates and people.
And
boat facts
is one category.
Which one do you want?
I'll take boat facts.
Yeah, it's the better one. Okay,
well,
Dee.
I've still got to go and get my...
Yeah, well, that's what I'm worried about. Hey, Dee, we've managed to divide this one up.
We think we've got a good split.
And we used all the time to work it out. We certainly weren't talking about a Nazi goreng at any point.
No way.
We'll put you on hold right now. Go to a song. How long's the song, Jack?
3:30.
Good. It's a R&B. We normally get a bit longer, which is nice. 3:30. Our time starts.
What am I doing?
You're doing boat stats. I'm doing dates and
Dates and people. Yeah,
Sorry.
okay. Let's go.
Hamish Andy.
This is the Hamish and Andy Show podcast.
We've got to close our lids of our respective computers. So that means the one you're working on can, right now.
Yes. You have to, because rules are rules. And if you don't play by the rules...
Don't make me come over there.
Gotcha.
You're still on it.
Yep. And down she goes.
No, she doesn't.
Which was the yell of the Titanic early that fateful
We are doing
morning.
This. Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Dee has come to the show. You know everything
Hello.
about the Titanic. Ahoy to you.
Hello.
Dee, what is question number one? As Hamish and I have had one song only
straight into
to cram as much information as possible about that.
So my first question is, what is the total number of people that could have been on the Titanic?
This is an interesting one.
There could have been.
People, or is it boat stats?
I think it's stats.
Well, it's people. D, interesting. Obviously, you know that not everyone boarded the Titanic. There was meant to. People like Jack Dawson, for instance, were late after having just won their ticket at a gambling game, and we have no idea.
That's the film. Can you please... Do you have any idea? Do you want me to help you try and work through this?
It's going to be... Do you want the exact number, D?
I think that's what she's asking.
Which seems so unfair, but do you want the exact number?
I think I do.
2,192.
No, three.
Yeah. Is, D, if you let me finish, is the number that would be where they wouldn't have sailed if they had that few.
Can you put D on hold?
They wouldn't have sailed if they had that few, is what I'm saying, D. They wouldn't have made enough money.
I don't want to. If you can put her on hold for a second, I don't want to hear this, Ham.
Yeah.
I read that there was 1,500 people lost their lives.
Yeah.
There was 750 survivors.
Yeah.
There was 823 crew.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So about 3,000. Was that 3,100?
I reckon maybe 3,200.
Yeah, but she wants the exact number.
Yeah, but maybe. Do you reckon they're down to the exact? Okay, so
that's what I mean. We got no shot unless you know it. Yeah, go with 3,200.
Okay, bring it back. D, 3,200.
3,300. I'm sorry, boys.
Was it 3,300? Was it?
It was.
Oh, off by 100 people, and I thought people was your category. That's good. That was pretty close, though.
Okay, thanks, Dee. Sorry about that, to put you on hold. We just didn't want to give away any answers to potential and other questions. Go for it.
All right. My second question is, what percentage of people survived the sinking?
Well, there you go. You know, didn't you? Didn't you say how many people?
Well, I know 1,500 people lost their lives, and there were 750 survivors. It's we would say 66%.
No. 3,300, 750. We're about 23%.
But maybe not.
23.
But that's there wasn't 3,300 on board.
There was roughly 23%.
Wrong. I'm sorry.
What did you
If you did your
66.
mathematics of the 2,223 souls on board,
Yep.
it was 31.6%.
Spot on. What did we say?
Yeah, okay.
Pretty close.
John Jacob Astor the fourth wasn't.
Might I remind you, D, the propellers were 7.2 metres in diameter. Quite a hefty propeller, and the centre anchor was the heaviest in its class.
D, give us the last question, even though we've already lost.
All right, last question is, at what time did the Titanic finally go underwater?
Well, I've read all the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we know for a fact the Titanic's sister ship, the Olympic, did not sink that fateful night. Thank God.
That's true. And the captain, Edward John Smith, had come from the Olympic, and he'd brought also Henry Tyndall Wilde with him as chief mate.
Had he really?
Jacob John Astor IV, he would have been checking his watch as it went down. An expensive watch. He was the richest man on board.
Whereas was he?
And I have zero idea what time it went down. It went down on April 15th. And I'm going to say at 1:08 a.m.
Oh, close. 2:20.
Damn it!
Hey, D.
I'm a legend, yeah.
Was me. and there was a sexy photo found later, a sexy drawing done of a young woman wearing the jewel of the South. A very
And then an old woman threw a very valuable necklace into the sea.
These are the facts as we know them.
Thanks, D. You killed
Some
us.
sex was had in a car.
A teaspoon is going to you. No need for that, Hayes.
Well, I'm just saying the facts as we know them.
Hey, we had a request via email, and thank you to everybody for listening to the podcast. Tell your friends, and if those... I'm trying to pad here because Hamish is eating. The worst
thing you could put in your mouth.
It didn't seem to be diminishing.
Nope. That's a 2-minute tube. A nut nougat.
Nut nougat. Okay.
Even less of an excuse to be eating a nougat on a podcast. We literally have all the time in the world. We have till midnight Thursday morning, but midnight Wednesday night to finish the nougat. And I picked the wrong time. It's not like we're like, that was a quick end to a song, like back in radio days where I'd often be eating.
Yeah.
Nope, no excuse. No excuse. And a heartfelt apology to you, to Jack, to the podcast, to the format of podcasting, because I think it shows a little bit of disrespect to the format, to any other podcast on Podcast One Network or across any of the other platforms, and of course to Amanda, who's on hold.
Okay, we had a request to play a game from yesteryear. This is the game.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Could have finished my nougat in the song.
This pits us against Amanda today.
Yes.
Where, Amanda, you have a specialty subject, something you know a lot about. Ahoy to you.
Ahoy.
Ahoy, Amanda. Now, for people that haven't heard Song to Cram before, this is a bit of a reverse quiz. It plays into Andy and my hands because we believe we are the masters of learning a loose amount about a subject, keeping it in our short-term memory for just long enough to regurgitate it. Yep. That's what we did at uni.
Yep.
Sometimes we were able to learn whole subjects just enough to get us a pass in half an hour before the exam. So, Amanda, you lay a topic on us that you have about a tertiary level of knowledge about, and then we get 3.5 minutes. We'll listen to a song. People don't have to at home. Get a nougat, enjoy yourself. Then we come back in 3.5 minutes' time and answer your questions. What is our topic today, Amanda?
It's Russia.
Russia.
Bloody big country, bloody big topic.
That is a big topic. Okay, let's put Amanda on hold.
Thanks, Amanda. Back to you in 1 second.
How are we going to divide Russia?
Russia is no one's ever invaded it successfully. No one's ever mastered all aspects of it successfully. What do you think the vibe here is? Are we talking history of Russia? Are we talking Russian peeps? There's a lot of them.
I reckon we go...
Current Russia, old Russia?
I reckon someone goes general stats on Russia.
As a country,
like country,
size,
population,
people.
What do they speak? Russian,
slow down.
And then the other person goes history. What would you prefer?
Russian stats.
Okay, I'll go history. And then...
Use me if you need to for history.
Okay.
Because I did do Russian revolutions as an elective in year 11.
Okay.
So, or the Russian
I
Revolution.
did it in year 12.
Did you?
Yeah. It was one of
so do you remember Bolsheviks?
Yeah, the Bolsheviks.
Nicholas.
Yeah.
Rasputin. He was in there.
Was Rasputin in there?
Yeah, he was part of it.
Oh.
He was a crazy monk. He was a crazy monk. He helped overthrow one of the czars. Anyway, that's your department.
Okay, yes.
I'm saying there's a chance.
Yep.
Shoot to me, shoot right if you need something. from around the time of the Russian Revolution.
Okay.
That early 19...
Let's
when
get-
was
let-
it? 1910, something around then.
Let's get Amanda
If you've
back.
already got a head start, why don't you take
Because I like to
history?
learn new things, Jack. This wouldn't be a sport if I was just playing in my home ground advantage.
Let's get Amanda back. Amanda?
Amanda, sorry about that.
Hi.
We have nailed what sections of Russia each of us are going to cram. We're going to put on a 3.5 minute song here. You're going to have to wait on hold, but we'll be back in just a moment after the bell rings.
It will seem instantaneous for podcasters through the power of editing, but you can attest that we are only taking 3.5 minutes here to cram.
And you're also
Okay.
going to think of 3 questions to test us, okay?
Okay.
Good luck.
All right, guys. Good luck.
Thank you. And that's that, Ando. Computer's down.
Well, yeah, what are you doing?
I've gone 10 seconds
No,
early.
what are you-
Tell everyone.
what are you
Tell
doing?
everyone about the show of force I've been putting on in here.
Hamish just yells out with like 40 seconds to go, I think I've learned everything I need to know. Can we tell that to Amanda? Let's get Amanda back.
Well, it's
Amanda,
right now before I'm tested, it's a great feeling because I feel invincible.
Hamish stopped 40 seconds before the 3.5 minute mark and said, I think I've learned everything I need to know about Russia.
I think I got it down.
Wow.
And then just started kind of, are you ready to go, Andy? As I'm still trying to get through my bits.
Andy, you can only put 250 mils in a Prima. Once it's full, it's full. You can't put 300 mils in a 250 mil Prima.
Yes, we'll get a bigger Prima. Get a
can't.
bigger brain.
Genetically, this is all the Prima I've got. My Prima's full. My brain Prima's full. I'm ready to go. Let's squeeze out some juice.
Amanda,
Yes.
the topic you gave us is Russia.
Yep.
You've got 3 questions standing by. Give us the first question.
Okay, guys. When is Russian Independence Day?
History of Russia. Now, of course, it would fall on one of the 365 days of the year.
Probably.
And you know it's not going to be July 4th.
Are you referring to when Alexander the Great declared the Imperial Russia in 1721? Is that what?
No, I'm talking about 1990.
Oh,
Would have-
okay.
Well after the construction of the Trans-Siberian Railway, the longest railway in the world. Of course.
1990. This came about. Russia Day.
Yeah.
That's not that historic, Ham. If you want to have a crack at it.
Oh, it's certainly not a country fact.
Okay, I'm going to say it's June 20.
Sorry.
Oh, what was it, Amanda?
It's June 12th.
Oh, my God. I'd pay that. I'd pay that. I mean, for a flat-out guess to be only 8 days off.
Yeah, but it's like that guy that opens the books.
Opens the book to the page, but on the second attempt, I bet you could get it spot on.
I reckon I could.
Geez, pretty close.
1-0 down. Okay.
Okay.
And I used up one of my other facts showing off.
Yes.
What was the second question? Rules are you can't change the questions, Amanda.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
Alrighty. Where does Mr. Putin watch military parades?
Haim?
Mr. Putin, of course, the president.
Yes.
Vladimir Putin. It's going to be near Moscow. Does he dip into that 700-seat McDonald's in Moscow, the biggest in the world? Briefly surpassed in London by a 1,500-seat McDonald's, although that was a temporary structure for the Olympics.
Yep.
Does he dip in? He probably doesn't.
What went in that Prima? What on earth was packed into that
does
Prima?
not go to the 700-seat McDonald's, but you would think it is got to be in Moscow in...
Kremlin?
Where's St. Petersburg? That's not a suburb of Moscow, is it?
No.
He watches it in the square.
Yeah.
That big square. Near the Maccas. The 700-seat
Okay.
Maccas.
What's the square called?
The red square.
Oh, you are right.
Oh, he guessed it!
Prima's full.
The Prima.
The Prima.
Wow.
I had to slurp around the corners to get that fact at the bottom. Yes, he does enjoy watching the red square.
Yep.
We certainly know he doesn't shake hands with anyone in a doorway, considered bad luck in Russia.
Amanda,
whistling.
it is 1-1.
Okay, last question, guys.
Okay, hang on, can we just decide the stakes? Are we going to put a coin on this?
It's so easy to
Beat us, you reckon?
like.
Oh, I'd love a coin, guys.
All right, you got a coin. This is
That's
for a
it.
coin. If
That's
we
it.
can defend the vault, if we can
Yeah.
defend our stash of coins, that's our stakes.
Yeah.
But if
you got 1,000 made, didn't you? At some
no,
cost.
we wouldn't have 100,000.
How many did you
I know
get?
100. You're thinking of a few $1,000s it cost.
Oh, yes, that's
But
right.
seeing that 1 coin equals 1 Bitcoin,
Yep.
may I remind you, we're still we have over $3 million worth
Sure.
in our possession. Happy to give.
Amanda, there's one on the line for you. I'm excited.
Happy to give
Okay,
you
guys.
something. This is for
Last
roughly
question.
$10,000.
What's the name of the famous ballet theatre in Moscow?
Oh, Amanda.
I wonder if
You would have loved your coin.
I wonder
wouldn't
if,
you have?
if it's named after Ivan the Terrible.
I doubt it.
Is that your answer?
No.
Terrible theatre.
Although they do give out that award to the worst dancer on the night, but that's backstage from the head ballet coach. We'll give out the brown Ivan to the most terrible dancer of the night.
Who I believe was the first Tsar.
And what is the name though of that
1547.
of that theatre? It's the Bolshoi.
You are right, guys.
Oh, so sorry, Amanda, that you could get the coin, but you were fighting a pretty full prima.
I can't believe Prima Man pulled it off. A primo performance.
Just like Russia producing 9 million at 900,000 barrels of oil a day. In the second spot as the world's second largest oil producer, I was producing that many facts today. I was just on fire today, man. There's nothing you can do about that.
Thank you for listening, Amanda.
No worries, guys.
Thank you, mate. Better luck next time.
Haim, it's time to play this.
Get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
How did you make it? You only had to move 40 centimetres to press the screen. How did you make it look like you had 2 metres to move? I saw Jack trip over himself trying to move.
I got a confession to make. I saw him on his heels. I just saw him relaxing back there, and I thought he probably thinks I'm going to do a bit of a longer intro here.
No, that's why you're the best, Ando. You got done by the best, Jack. You got sniped.
I got sniped. The look on his face as he rolled in forward to try and hit it, and then he missed it.
Well, as
and
the only
fumbled.
spectator, I loved what you did, and I appreciate. Well, that was basically just Andy giving me a gift, and it was well received, and I appreciate it.
It is time to play Song to Cram, though. Where someone has contacted the show who has a specialty subject, something they know everything about. Xander is the person today. Xander, ahoy.
Ahoy, boys.
Ahoy, Xander. For people not familiar with this segment, Xander, you have something you know about to a tertiary level, first year uni level. We like to hover around. Chance for Ando and I to test the only thing we did at university for the brief time we were there, which is furiously try and cram facts into our short-term memory where they would never be remembered, but they might be useful for the next 10 minutes.
Yes.
If we can get 2 out of 3 of the hard questions you're going to ask us on your specialty subject correct, we win. And last time we played this, did we offer up a coin?
I think we did, and I was perplexed with it, but we won.
We kept the coin.
We kept the coin, so let's go a coin again.
Xander, if you can stump us, you get a coin.
What's the subject today, my friend?
It's Lego.
Ooh. I won't throw. I was about to throw a fact out about Lego that I know, but I was like, no,
save it. Yep.
No, I'm going to save it, Xander.
Xander, we're going to put you on hold so you can't hear. Oh, no, Ando, you got a question for Xander?
Have you studied Lego, or do you just really into it? And is there any reason why you're an expert?
I'm pretty into it.
That'd be it then.
Are you a master builder? There were only because my wife got me a Lego portrait made for my 30th, my face made out of Lego, and there's 5 guys in Australia who are accredited builders.
Yeah.
Are you one of those guys?
No, I wish.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No.
So you just like Lego?
I just like Lego.
That's fair enough.
It's a good thing.
It's a terrific interlocking brick system-based game.
okay. Thank you, Xander. That's the reason why I asked him, Ham, is because I wanted to know whether he knows historical things about Lego, how he's come at his Lego.
For the people that love Lego, because I go to Legoland every 3 to 4 weeks because it's a great place to take cinema member, right?
Yep.
And so I come across. I feel like I've got a secret advantage here in there because I've come across people that love Lego like this, and the things they like to hit you with are gee, you'd never believe how many bricks Lego produces a year. You know,
Okay,
that kind of stuff.
okay.
Or historically, how many they've sold.
So-
And you watch a little video at the start of Legoland and it tells you it's a
Right.
robot factory that, you know, makes them all.
Okay, can you do their manufacturing side? And I will do records like the tallest tower ever built.
We're going to need
And a bit of history.
We're going to need like set stuff too. Like, did Lego ever build this? You know, for instance, like the Millennium Falcon's that's got the highest number of pieces of any Lego set ever, 7,500.
Okay, well, that's good. Okay, so
It used to be the Disney Castle, and now it's the Millennium Falcon.
So you go specific
set stuff, and manufacturing.
Yep, and I will go history and records.
God, it sounds like it is a uni degree.
Okay,
Xander,
we're
we're confident, mate.
We'll have 3.5 minutes now. You stay on hold. It'll feel like an instant to people listening, but we'll be back after this. Okay, Haim, you've got to put your computer down.
You can't.
No, you've still got to put your computer down.
Yep, because the thing is, if you just, it's just
I'm
not
putting
fair.
it down. Okay. Sorry there, Xander. We're in the middle of this.
Whoa, get ready, song to cram. Whoa, get ready, song to cram.
Xander, remind everybody of your specialty subject.
It's Lego.
It's Lego, and we had 3.5 minutes, 3:52 for Hamish because he kept trying to get things in his head. With
So
his,
I was sets in manufacturing.
Sets of don't tell him, but we could tell him.
We can tell him now. I think you've got your questions probably planned, Xander. But the problem was, Ando, as I rapidly trawled the internet for Lego stuff, I kept getting distracted by great facts.
And right.
That might not have been relevant to sets and manufacturing, but like more really interesting.
Well, that was
things.
my worry was that you would purchase something. That was my legitimate
I'm not
worry.
joking. I've got something earmarked to buy. It looks amazing.
My legitimate worry is you get so distracted, and the idea is meant to cram over that amount of time, and you get so distracted that you would buy something.
Some of the Star Wars stuff.
All right,
Some of the Star Wars stuff I hadn't seen.
A coin is on the line. Hit us with the first question.
Beautiful. First question, boys. How old is Lego?
Are you talking about when it was first produced in wooden blocks? Or are you talking about when it was first available to the public, Xander?
Wooden blocks.
Well, that would be...
Wooden blocks?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I would have thought you would...
You didn't know
You'd
that,
ask when the first plastic brick was pressed. And Lego, of course, meaning play well. It's a conjunction of two words in Danish.
That might be the next question. That could be, and we all know that.
Wooden plastic. Oh, yeah, what are the words?
Legot.
What a guess.
Xander, I think it was Ole Kirk Christensen in Denmark in 1932 when he first put the wooden blocks together.
Bang on, boys. Yep.
Well done, Ando. Well done. He ran a little competition too to
might be the next
get
question.
the name. Well, no one came up with a better name than Lego.
Xander, go for it.
Number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How many Lego sets have been released?
Manufacturing.
Sets and manufacturing.
That's a good handle.
An intersection of the two. How many Lego sets in total or different sets?
In total.
Across the world?
Oh, as in like different sets.
Different sets. Oh, of course. Well, yes, be more specific with your question.
Sorry.
How many different sets have been released?
Yes.
Yes. Of course, it's numerous.
Oh, gosh. Will you accept that, Xander?
It's a positive integer.
More, please.
Okay,
It's not a negative number.
No, that's fair, Xander. A good
But
quiz master.
I'm honing in. I'm just trying to get my head around the question. How many different sets? We know the Taj Mahal, of course, was the highest brick count. The Taj Mahal set was the set with the highest number of bricks in it until recently. But there's more sets than that.
More than one, yeah.
Yeah, there's more than one.
Again, you're not accepting that.
Yeah. Haim, do you want to? You don't know, so do you have a guess or?
How dare you?
Dare you?
113,000. Over 113,000.
Incorrect. 14,992.
Okay, so it's under 130. I like how you tried to qualify your answer.
I even hedged. I even actually included an infinite set.
You should have said,
and I couldn't get it.
You should have said under 1 million.
Yeah, it could have. But it is approaching 113,000.
Okay, it means that now Xander goes to question 3, and the coin is very much up for grabs. We could have crushed his dreams there.
That would have been good. That would have been good. That would have been lovely. But now we're forced to wait a little longer to crush a man's dreams. Xander, go for it.
How many bricks are in the largest commercially available set?
Haim?
Which I believe is the collector's edition Millennium Falcon.
It is.
And you've got him on the ropes.
Xander, 7,500.
Oh, yeah.
Got him! Got him! With the ultimate hugging out there to make him think he'd got the coin too. Not just did we crush a dream, but we smashed it into 7,500 pieces.
Stamped on his dream's throat. Oh, you certainly wouldn't be able to build the tallest Lego tower in the world with that, because that requires 550,000 Legos.
Certainly does, as the
And it
students of New Berkshire College did, Ando.
And it went to 114 feet 11 inches. Xander,
I tell you what, though, Xander, if you're looking for a group of people to commiserate with, why don't you try and hang out with the Lego microfigures? If each figure sold was its own nation, to be a nation populated by 4 billion figurines of Lego.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Thanks for the suggestion that I go and hang out with Lego people.
I do nightly.
Xander, were you amazed by my knowledge of the Millennium Falcon?
I was, and I was.
5,197
in the Taj Mahal. Millennium Falcon smashed it to pieces.
Xander, thank you. We don't need to hang on for you to congratulate Hamish again after your requests. How impressed you were. You can simply
I came from the depths of the 1113,000.
Yeah, you're well up there.
I was able to charge it back with that. Hey, Xander, can I tell you a fun Lego fact I learned on my line? I think you'll enjoy this one too, Ando. This is actually what I spent about a minute doing, and I shouldn't have. Did you know that there's a guy that built a house out of Legos, Xander?
Yeah, James May.
Is that his name?
Stop telling Xander things he already knows, mate. He's the expert. Thanks, Xander.
Thank you.
Cheers, buddy.
See you, mate.
See you, boys.
Sorry about the dreams thing.
Hey, a lot of bands say they don't take requests. Our podcast, we actually do, because...
Request only. When we prefer requests. Cuts out the thinking. If we're being completely honest. Would you not agree, sir?
Yeah, I would agree. We had a request to bring back a game that we used to play a lot.
Do you know what?
From a lady called Charlotte, a very important listener of the show.
I joke about cutting out the thinking, but yes, the fun part about doing the request is, we've had a lot of things in the history of the radio show that because we tend to get bored with stuff quite quickly, we would have a lot of fun doing something and then we just forget about it.
Yep.
And so we do enjoy the request aspect because it allows us to go back and relive the fun again. And this is one of our favourite games.
Charlotte joins us now. Ahoy to you, Charlotte.
Hi, guys.
Charlotte.
We don't normally do requests.
Yes, Charlotte, we're only originals, really, every gig. But happy to do a request in this situation. What is it that you wanted us to revisit?
Song To Cram.
Yeah.
Song To Cram.
The great game where, basically harking back to our university days, Hamish and I felt that we could cram for an entire essay or exam in the car park 25 minutes before the exam. And we played into our hands very well.
We mentioned this in the past, but often at the university we were doing management subjects, and you would often get 15 or 20 minutes included in the exam time that was only for reading.
Reading time.
Just reading time. So you couldn't put pen to paper in that time. We always opted to spend it in the car park. You were meant to be reading the exam question and thinking about your essay, but we would spend it reading in the car park, covering weeks 4 to 9 of the syllabus, just rapidly flying through notes. And you could retain a surprising amount if you ran in, didn't look at anyone, and just started scribbling down all the stuff that was slowly dissolving from your short-term memory, like a Snapchat.
Which is why it was very important to not use reading time, because you needed to be able to use your pen immediately.
You couldn't believe all those fools in there letting their memories degrade while we were in the car park keeping it fresh. Do you know what else I've realised for this show? And basically, my whole professional career is taking all the weaknesses of anything I exhibited before the age of 21 and turning those into my profession. So,
I had speech therapy because I had a huge lisp, and now I'm a broadcaster. Yeah. Exactly. Highlight a weakness. Yeah. Regularly.
But just being fast and loose, not being organised. As a kid, just being distracted, not doing stuff because I was watching my brother build Lego. And basically, I was just managed to turn all these things into a career.
Great stuff. Well, Charlotte, we will play Song To Cram again. This is the game where basically you'll give us a topic in a moment, but we'll get one song in which to cram, Google as much as possible, and then you'll come back and give us an on-the-spot quiz on that topic. Let's jump into it.
Whoa, get ready, Song To Cram. Whoa, get ready, Song To Cram.
Charlotte, what is today's topic?
Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie. Okay, who of course is a famous novelist
/ movie. Because a lot of her films get made into movies.
So
were you concentrating
movie plotline generator?
Are you talking more of the books or more of the TV series or film?
Or her as a person?
Books and her as a person.
Her as a person.
To avoid TV stuff. That's good.
Well, did she do TV shows?
Yeah, because mum and dad used to always sit down and go, "Hey, there's a new Agatha Christie on tonight." And we're like,
yeah, but I think it was the movie like Death on the Nile and stuff. Aren't those at the Agatha Christie's?
I don't know.
No, I'm just saying she wasn't doing 50 eps.
No.
I think it was getting turned into a one-off special event.
Yeah, there you go.
But we're going to find out, Ando, in a moment.
Well, no, we're not going to look at TV or films. We've just got a hint from Charlotte.
Well, yeah, I think it's like books, which then got turned into films.
Mm-hmm. Books and her personality.
Her personal life.
Can you put Charlotte on hold for a second? Because obviously she comes up with the question.
It's kind of like for people
that
haven't heard this before, it's sort of like reverse hard quiz. Charlotte obviously knows a lot about Agatha Christie and loves her and her books / TV series. We're about to find out. And we now, we have one song to learn everything we can.
So do you want to go with personal life or do you want to go on back catalogue books?
It's a real conundrum because I find the personal life of someone that I've never shown any interest in boring. Yet I do think that's the easier.
Yeah, I think it's the easier one as well.
That could be the easier of the two. So do you want to be interested or do you want to win? I'll take personal life. I'll be happy to be proven wrong and find out something very interesting about her as a woman.
All on the books and you go all on personal life.
Yeah, and just so you know, it's books that got turned into movies. So don't let that trip you up because we're not going to have that long. Okay. So just go broad plot lines. I'd say you've only got time for broad plot lines.
I'm just going on books. I'm going to try and get all the names of books and plots.
Because I think the best gamble we can take here is you assume all the books became movies.
Okay.
Not the other way around. She wasn't writing movies. I think she was from the 50s. 30s maybe.
You'll find out.
I'll find out. Date of birth would be one of the key. I'm betting before I even open up Google, I reckon she was born 1912.
Okay, wow. Let's bring Charlotte
now,
back.
I shouldn't have said that because now it's going to be a fake fact in my mind.
Charlotte is back. She can hear you again.
Charlotte, we've divided all and everything there is to know about Agatha Christie into two finely tuned segments.
I don't know why, but I'm writing down personal life on my page.
Hamish has got one side of the thing. I've got the other side. Jacko, you got a song for us? What are you choosing?
Yes, this is Kiss Me, Sixpence None the Richer.
Yeah, I know the song. Don't get caught up listening to the song, Ham. Jacko, you start playing this song, and at the end of it...
How long's the song, Jack?
3 minutes, 10 seconds.
Would have loved
You're not ripping us off, but you're not being generous.
The original was actually 3:30, but we've only got the radio edit.
I'm pleased.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
I hope that doesn't cost us.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Charlotte. We'll see you on the other side of this song. Hit it, Jack.
Yep, this is the song I thought it would be. Agatha Christie. Okay.
Kiss me out of the bearded barley.
Oh, Haim, pens down.
Absolutely.
Haim, pens down.
Pens right down, guys. Okay, guys, that's it. Hope you like the song.
Computer
and
down.
Now,
computer, put your pens down, your computer down.
Yes. And now we must finish the studying portion of the test and we must go to the testing portion.
Hey, don't make me come over there. Come on, heads down.
And here we go.
And turn your paper over. You had notes. You're not allowed notes.
I mean, whose team are you on? I sometimes wonder.
Okay, Charlotte, are you there?
I'm here.
He's still looking. It
was a slow turnover. I've got a bad shoulder and the paper's heavy.
Charlotte, you've come up with 3 questions.
Yeah.
Can you please start with question number 1? We only have to get 2 out of 3 correct for it to be deemed a victory for us.
All right. So question 1, what is the pen name that Agatha Christie used to write romance novels?
Oh, it's definitely publishing.
That's personal life.
That's not personal. Pen name, Ando. It's not personal name. Her personal name was Agatha Christie. Dame Agatha Christie, if I may. Born 1890. But that was her personal name, which I've fulfilled my part of the bargain. But what was her pen name, Andrew? The professional name she used for her novels, the novel question.
So a pen she used to write. One of her 74 novels.
Really? I had 66. Plus short story collection.
Mate, I didn't get to this.
Didn't get the pen
part. But what do you think it might have been called? Like, is there something in her personality? Did she have a dog?
Hang on. Lady... Was it Lady something?
No.
Yes, it might have been Lady Malloran.
No, it's not. It's not Lady something. She said
Clarissa?
no.
Clarissa something?
Okay, Doug. what was the name of the pen?
Mary Westmacott, which Mary was her middle name, so I would argue that's personal.
Thank you.
You didn't phrase it like that, though, did you?
Thank you. This
I
often
did know
happens in
Mary
Song to
was
Cram.
her. I did
We
know
start
Mary
pointing
was
the
her
finger.
middle name. She was, of course, Dame Agatha Mary Westmacott Christie.
All right.
Amongst other names. She did have a few names, and I noticed, but some of them slip my brain now.
Come on, let's go. What's the second question?
All right, so Agatha Christie wrote the play Mousetrap, which holds the record for the longest running play in West End. How many years has it been running?
That's professional.
It's definitely my side of the fence. Yeah,
that's professional. I mean, she personally would have gone to the theatre. I wish the question had have been, where was the play Mousetrap put on? The West End, which I definitely remember reading. But you've included a fact in the answer.
Well, it would have happened.
do know...
She would have written the play after 1921 because that was when she wrote her first book.
That's true. And it would have been...
and before 1976 because that was when she wrote her last book. No,
Yeah, she died then. It would have been during the marriage of her second husband, I would assume, Max, whom she met in Baghdad.
I reckon, I reckon she would have got famous. Let's call it. I reckon it's run for.
I reckon it's run for 25 years.
Oh, I was going to say 50 years. 56 years. 56 years.
70.
Oh, 70. Still going, is it?
Yeah, well, it stopped for 14 months over lockdown, but it still says it's a continuous most running play.
Yeah, you obviously with the pandemic, you can still call that. Well, give us something we've failed dismally, but give us the last one just for free.
Oh, the last one's the hardest. So,
So worth two.
Okay.
All right. What is the name of the self-caricature character that Agatha Christie included in 7 of her novels?
That's
definitely my inside of the fence.
Well, okay. You got to think here. Here she is. Okay, she's obviously gone to Egypt when she's younger, in 1907. She's come back. Right? She's come back from Egypt later that year in 1907. She was feeling poorly. She writes her first 6 novels. She writes her first novel. They get rejected by 6 publishers.
Wow.
Okay, so the message there, kids, is absolutely keep trying.
Yep. And
that's
the
probably
Bodley,
the answer.
and then the Bodley Head, the Bodley Head was the publisher to begin with, but she changed to McWilliam and Scott. And
Right,
so I
of
think
course,
that's
to
not right.
publish the incredible books featuring Hercule Poirot. What was the question?
What's the name of the self-caricature character that Agatha Christie included in 7 of her novels?
It's not Miss Marple, is it?
Oh, I do like that because she was kind of like an old lady too, but
That's
this
what I'm thinking.
character was also a novelist.
No,
Don't know.
Poirot's a fellow.
I have trouble saying the name. Adrienne Oliver.
Close. Adriana Oliver. So 2 to us and 2 to you, and it's a draw.
Well done, Charlotte. Good fun.
Well done, everyone.
All right, thanks, guys.